Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
At home, I've handled some stinky situations, like big horse manure, and miniature horse manure, and cute dog manure, and yes, even teenage manure. If you've been injured and an insurance company is giving you manure, give my law firm a call. We'll help you come out clean on the other side.
Because I don't want to ruin my game.
And vaping and sports just don't mix.
Because I care about my lungs.
Because it's more addictive than cigarettes.
Because getting suspended doesn't look good on college apps.
Because we don't know the long-term effects.
Because it's stupid. What's your reason?
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Conley Buick GMC, Conley Subaru, Arctic Air, Carl Reynolds Law, Jax, the North River Prevention Partners, Garrett Richard, Clicking Spree, Minnesota Pools, Coastal Mobile Screens, Bull and Tiger, and Burton Trekking.
Campus here, beautiful night for football. Temperatures have dipped down below the 80s. For those of you watching tonight wondering why the Palmetto Tigers are playing a homecoming game, versus the Lennard Longhorns from Ruskin at Lakewood Ranch, here's what's up. Hurricane Milton damaged the crossbars, press box, field lights, and the scoreboard in Palmetto in a great display of resolve. The school district of Manatee County worked with the principals, the athletic directors of several schools in our great district, and came up with a solution to even make this very important 6A District 11 game happen. Special thanks to Palmetto Athletic Director Brian Wilkes and Principal Monica DeLesline, and a huge thanks to Ken Rehnquist at the Lakewood Ranch AD, and our good friend Dustin Dalquist, the principal of Lakewood Ranch, for agreeing to allow this game to be played here on this beautiful campus. We thank the #1 fan base in the world for joining us here on TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Tonight, the Palmetto Tigers will square off versus the Lennard Longhorns. The Longhorns have a 6 wins, 2 loss record and have a district record of 2 wins and 1 loss. The technically hosting Palmetto Tigers are ranked number 1 in District 6A 11, and this game could determine the eventual champion. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partners, Abel Varnador, Tom Porter with the Arctic Air Sideline Report, Stephen Johnson with stats from our Atlanta studio, and most importantly, the incredible production staff of TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Abel Varnador. Coach V.
Thanks, BV. So to set the stage, the Lennard Longhorns opened the season with 6 straight wins, averaging over 38 points per game. After the run, they then lost to Plant City by 48, and then followed that with a 31-point loss to the Parish Community High School Bulls. Lennard features a great running back, and before the losses, were not giving up a lot of points early in the season, so it makes you wonder if key players were injured in their last win, which was a 5-point win on this same field versus Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. You know, that 6-win and 1-loss Palmetto Tigers suffered their first loss last week in really a non-district game in the Cross River rivalry versus Manatee. It was a frustrating loss as players that were on the Palmetto roster in the spring defensively had 2 interceptions, offensively scored touchdowns, and played great. But unfortunately, they were the team captains for the Manatee Hurricanes last week. So, Coach, how do you deal with that as a coach coming into the game coming off a loss?
Yeah, so on that, we've got to control what we can control as a program. Obviously, we'd like to be the destination school for all the area's best kids and families and have the capability with the right support system and continuity on all levels of the program to do so. But when I say that, our staff and players are doing just that. They are controlling what they can control. I thought last week exposed a lot of good things. Kids stayed engaged in the game, played hard till the end. There was no lapse in character in the controllables. And ultimately now, speaking of controllables, they control their own destiny in pursuit of a district championship and a regional playoff berth. I'm really looking forward to our response tonight, BB.
Well, you know, Abel, will start with the keys to the game for the Tigers tonight. You know, I look at those. Some of the keys is protect quarterback Jackson Roth, have a balanced attack on offense, win the line of scrimmage. Defensively, the Longhorns features 2 really quality backs. The Tigers have to stop the run, and they need to have great special teams play tonight and eliminate big returns.
Awesome. Let's have a night for the Tigers, right? But for the Lennard Longhorns, their keys to the game: establish the run early, similar to what Manatee did, minimize Palmetto's big play ability, compete versus Palmetto's big offensive line, pressure the quarterback, keep Palmetto behind the chains, obviously capitalize in kick return game and establish a lead early and try to control the game and pound the rock.
Yeah, tonight we look forward to Tom Porter on the sideline report. I don't know that he is set up yet, but we'll be checking in with Tom a little shortly with the Arctic Air sideline report. Got a little filler time. I want to say, Tom, do I have you down on the sidelines?
You do. Can you hear me, Brian?
Yes, I can hear you, Tom.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to say, how do you like this field here at Lakewood Ranch?
Man, it is a weird feeling being at the home side of a visitor that we've been to so many times over the years. I mean, it's just surreal, honestly. It's actually pretty nice over here. Our stands aren't quite this big. Our press box, I know, is not nearly that big. But, hey, it's kind of bad. Got a good turnout over here. Got a lot of Palmetto people still coming in the gates here and put some butts in these seats, which is great, supporting across from the river.
Yeah, and that was the Arctic Air sideline report. Thank you, Tom. And I wanted to say a shout-out to Scott Whitaker. Across from my house, I was 6 days without power. And Scott took about 40 of his guys over there, didn't even wear any company gear or anything like that, just the kind of guy that he is. And they spent like 12 hours over at the Tropic Isles mobile home over their park. I think they worked for dawn to dusk over there to help out folks in our neighborhood. Scott Whitaker, Palmetto guy, he grew up just a couple of blocks away and has also lived within a block of that park and knew what had happened over there. And I thought that was awesome. And again, we thank you for Arctic Air and their continual support here of TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Yeah, and Tom, to your point, there's a lot of Palmetto people here, obviously, with the homecoming situation. I've done it in basketball to where we went up and played the number 1 seed Lido at Chamberlain High School, not their home court, so it's a little bit different feel that I would say normally goes in favor of the visitors. But with the attendance tonight and it being homecoming, hopefully this feels like a home game to Palmetto coaches and players alike.
And another switch tonight, Troy Bellamy is going to be on the public address here at the stadium. I can hear him doing a great job. He's presenting that color guard that you're seeing. We're going to pause for a moment, move our hats, stand, and have the national anthem.
The Florida flag is presented by Cadet Staff Sergeant King. The United States Guard is Cadet Captain Torres, and Florida's Guard is Cadet First Sergeant Montalban.
And now those beautiful colors are coming to the field, and let's rise and let's have the national anthem.
And the Guard is set.
Go Tigers, now that the most important part of the broadcast has been concluded. We're getting close to football action here. It was a little bit nerve-wracking there. Didn't know if it was going to go off, the anthem itself here with at the stadium. I do have Larry Griffith from Indiana who sings with me in the choir, sits to my left. Abel, I know, can sing. Troy doing the public address. But we were rescued by the best rendition, Whitney Houston's rendition she did at Tampa Bay. So she would have made us looking like a penny waiting for change, Abel.
Yeah, y'all don't want to hear me sing, so I'm glad you put that on. But nonetheless, we turned the page here, BV, after that tough week, and what I thought, mentally they handled it well. And again, everything in front of us. Let's go get a win tonight.
Yeah, and as the players are coming out of the tunnel here, we'll kick it down to Tom Porter on the sideline. But it is just a wonderful night to just chill, sit back, and have a wonderful night of football. The facility here is beautiful. One of the casualties here, the hurricane-proof glass here, the FOST is on the inside of the glass, so we can't see it very well out of the press box. but we're going to be cheating and looking in our monitors. We're going to get the same look that you do at home. So Coach Eric Sanders is taking the field, and we're excited about this. Tom, what's it feel like down there on the sideline?
Nice. I'm trying to get back into range here. It's a cool night. A little breeze going. We're still kind of coming in. I guess, maybe word got out a little later. The game had been people. Trying to figure out where they're out. They must still be in the locker room. But no, it's a very nice night. Should be a good game. Pretty decent this year. I know they got a pretty decent record anyway, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks very much for the Arctic Air sideline report. What I do with Tom, he can hear me, but I think for the communication, he has to be in range. So I make sure when I'm watching the field down there, he's just outside of the range, so he has to put the track shoes on. And one of these nights, he's going to blow out a hammy on the trip over to the range area.
Captain's coming to the field now.
So we have Paul Moore, number 24, along with Cam Stansel, number 0. Number 15 is Arthur Amarin, the senior. And then also number 62 for the Tigers is Michael Lambert, also a senior. Look at pregame out there, Coach Abel. I noticed that size-wise, it looked like the Palmetto Tigers have quite a size advantage on with the eye test out on the football field.
It's interesting, obviously, coming off of last week where that was maybe a disadvantage, but hopefully this week we get a push and start things off early. If you're coach here, you take the ball immediately after last week, or you send your defense out?
I think you do. Now let's have the coin toss down on the field. Catch the action. Palmetto Tigers won the toss, elected to defer. So the Palmetto Tigers will start out on defense.
Yep. Good kick, and let's get going. I'm interested to see this first drive, obviously, for our defense. Hopefully get some push like you're talking about with the size differential, and they have a dynamic back that's pretty good. Let's see if we can contain him.
Yeah, looking at that, they really have good backs. One with a 10-yard per carry average with 1,046 yards rushing, and another back with a 7.6. And then Merritt, one of the backs had a 97-yard run, and then Gavin Fields, number 21, the featured back, 8.8 yards a carry, had a long of 80 yards. So they've got some home run hitters out of the backfield, Abel.
Definitely with their averages, they're averaging 8 and 10 yards per carry. Last week we struggled to get Manatee behind the chains. Hopefully we can get some tackles for losses and get in the backfield more this week.
And to the theme of the Eye of the Tiger, number 5, Maurice Carter with a beautiful backflip there as he entered the field. And you see the stadium here tonight. Florida looking around at the horizon here, the trees have been cleared out quite a bit, but it is a lovely night for football. 12 on the clock, and the teams are about to open up with the opening kickoff.
I'm sure coaches, players, I know us, we're ready to kick this off. It's been a long 2 weeks from the hurricane and everything that its impact, and obviously the Manatee game last week. So everything in front of us, like I said to start, let's kick it off.
And the kicker for the Tigers is number 30, Liam Harold, the sophomore. Not much of a wind. The flags are actually directly down. 0 wind out there on the field. Liam's been specializing, doing different variation of pooch kicks, squib kicks. So I look for him to drive one. He's shown us about 4 or 5 different kicks out of his bag. Now the touchback is something he hasn't been able to do for the season, but he's just a sophomore. Been very solid on field goals and extra points.
Let's see what they go with here as far as a kick. Got the returners, Devin Barnett back there, and 18, Thomas Shine.
Again, Thomas Shine is one. He's a cornerback safety. He's a blazer out there. He had some big returns. So this is one of the areas where it's very critical. It's one of the keys to the game, win the special teams battle, and we'll have that right in front of you in just a moment. Kind of What a beautiful facility here. There's a baseball game going on in the future right here prior to kickoff. The fan base here tonight is not as big as you would expect, but that's, it's been a heck of a last 20 or so days, Coach V. Now Liam Harrell approaches the ball. The ball has been blown live. It is a high Poochie kick. It's going to be caught there at the 24-yard line. And he slips, and a knee touched the ground. Very nice defensive play over there, and really a good kick. A net really of only about 4 yards if you're talking about driving the ball for a touchback. That's a good kick.
Where in high school does the ball on touchback? Is it 25? 20.
20.
Okay, so yeah. Nonetheless, no chance for a return. Good kick. Let's see what Lennard comes out.
Quarterback Jacob Mobley is back there to start things off. Really effective quarterback, has some pretty good numbers out this year. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Takes this one, looks like a shotgun depth. And it's a reverse, and it's going to be a pass. He loads up,
get there,
looks for the middle field. Ball's hanging in the middle of the Palmetto player in great position. And that Trez Yarn will never have one that easy. He was thinking about putting that head across the line on the goal line. Great position to make a play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
Great discipline by our defensive front. Obviously, Trez put him in position to make a play early here, not one that he drops often. So let's see next play here if we do the same.
Good discipline back there, Coach V. As you said, a lot of times opening up with a trick play like that, you can catch somebody sleeping out of the gate. This time they hand the ball off the back. Nice cut. He drives forward, going to be tackled after a gain. He's all the way to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play.
Nice tackle. Good push by the defensive front. Again, we talk about being a header behind the chains. It's a good situation to get a stop right now, 3rd and 6.
Really good tackle there. Cleaning up when it was Paul Moore, but Marquez Bryson, also running back for the Tigers with a tackle, the assist. Palmetto with a 4-man front. They're bringing them this time. Good protection up front. Checks it down to the back. Incomplete pass. Brings up a punting situation. Good to see a stand by that Palmetto Tiger defense.
Obviously, after the last 2 weeks, what you want to see, 3 and out, had an opportunity for a turnover. Good push by our defensive front. See if we can get a return here.
We'll see here on the TigerVision monitors. Back to return this one. We believe will be Carter back there, number 5, Maurice Carter. He's a sophomore, and he's really shown over the past couple of games. Had a touchdown receiving score in the Manatee game. He's starting to really come along.
Creeping up here, so I don't know.
Good protection, a low kick, and that's going to be a very effective kick, and it's going to be down there at the 31-yard line. And that.
Yeah, I'm no Kenny Burton on the special team stuff, but it seemed like we were creeping, like the punter's not going to kick it too far in this game, and he kind of squibbed it and made a tough play, and obviously with the turf here, a nice roll and ultimately a good punt. So time for the offense after 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that was a good snap by the center, who also is the long snapper, number 52, Thatcher Wilkerson for the Longhorns. Single high safety back here for the Longhorns. Palmetto starts out in the pistol depth. One back, Trez running sidecar. He steps up to the middle of the field, spinning off a tackle. Great play by number 7 there. That was Bryson, but a really nice tackle. Jaden Jones with a tackle. Only a gain of 2 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 8.
We'll take it. Good run by the downhill runner, Bryson. 2nd and manageable here.
Palmetto with a little bit of a tighter formation, slot receiver out there. He looks at him. He runs a long route down there. He has a receiver. It's Matt out in the route, and he is there for the catch. And that was actually number 3, Nazir Pitchford, the sophomore.
Got the one-on-one coverage that you want with him out there. Went and made a play. Great player. He's making a great play early in this game.
great camera shot there. Thanks to the guys at the Tiger. We really can't see out of the windows here, and I keep a habit looking down the field through the windows. So thanks very much to the TigerVision crew out behind me, the pros behind me. Great shot. 1st and 10. Bryson's in the backfield now. Roth looks things over. 2 receivers out to the right. He hands all the ball off to Bryson. He's at the 10, takes a big hit there. He's going to be down at the inside the 10-yard line. So now in the North River Prevention Partners red zone.
Great start for Palmetto. Obviously, you get in your playmaker's hands. Bryson, again, getting downhill is what you want to see. 1st and 10 here. You can still get the first down at the 1.
Now this time in the formation out here in the slot, you have Simi and Matt out in the slot, and Pritchford is out wide to the right. In the backfield, Trez Yarn, they hand it to him. He's running hard low, drives for a nice gain on the play. Nice tackle there by the Mike linebacker, but not until a gain of 4 on the play.
Staying ahead of the change for the most part. He's 2nd and 6 or long 6 or short 7 here. Can get a first down.
So 1 big pass reception and then a lot of running here for the Tigers early. If you look at Eric Sanders, head coach at Palmetto High School, one of the things he does over the years is very balanced. And you'll see that by the numbers by the end of the game.
8 in the box here. Let's see if we get outside.
8 in the box. You got the tight in there with a block. Now he releases, but it's a run there. Trezard nowhere to go. Loss of 1 on the play. So there's a penalty flag on the field. So that
you tell me that one, BB.
Okay, that's a very hard one to explain because that was a chop block, which is generally called on the offense, but it was called a player hitting a player. One of the D tackles
had to be low.
Yeah, was engaged in an offensive lineman, and then another player comes over with the chop block. So usually you see that along the line of scrimmage. A lot of the the wishbone, flexbone teams like that. That was an unusual call, but that's good field position for the Tigers. The ball now 1st and goal. They still have an opportunity for a first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Okay. It's not an automatic first down there on our defensive chop block. Apparently not. All right.
Apparently not.
Bryson
driving, Bryson, the big back. Now the ball came out late, but that
touchdown.
He's in for 6.
Getting him downhill. Great start for the Tigers. Get a 3 and out on defense and almost a pick. Come down the field, put in your playmaker's hands. Touchdown early. Got to be feeling good after what we've been through.
Look at that one through the window. Now I'm looking at the shot here on TigerVision. Clearly, what a nice shot. Now the long snapper is going to fire this one back, and Liam will kick this one. Leon Harold, the low snap, kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:33 on the clock, the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 7-0. Let's kick it down to Tom Porter. What'd you think about the ground and pound offense with those Tigers running the rock?
Well, honestly, that big pass really opened all that up. I think they were doing a pretty good job stopping the run for the most part. Even coming down here, number 4 was the player that got the penalty for that chop block. It was interesting because as the guard pulled around, I think it was 74, was pulling, the D tackle behind him was engaged with him, I guess, and then number 4 came and took his legs out. But they were doing a good job of limiting the runs at least until that very end. There, we just out-muscled them, outsized them. Offensive line's pretty good size this year. But what a great pass and catch on that other sideline there to extend that drive.
And really good to see Nazir Pritchford. He had the lightest game of his season. He has a bunch of touchdowns on the season, and it's good to see him get off to a hot start here tonight. Liam Harold will kick this one away. This time he kicks to the opposite side of the field. A high driving kick is going to be fielded there at the 25. Looking for the edge. Good coverage, but he takes the ball out on the 30. So I guess the Palmetto Tigers' approach here is that, they have confidence in the defense. They're going to pooch kick the ball. Make the special teams are in great position to make a play, and we're going to line up and play defense.
Nice catch by the up back Gage there, big fella. Was interested to see how we responded there as he got downhill, but yeah, good strategy. It's kept him around the 25, 30-yard line. Let's see if we can get a pick this time.
Palmetto with a single safety there. Now we got employing 4 linebackers out there. You got your interior linebackers, and then you've got your coverage linebackers to the boundaries. Nice run on the play. Gain of about 7 on the play.
Gavin Fields, he averages what he averages per carry for a reason. He's shifty. Bigger back, got downhill for a gain at 8 there.
Got to keep him in front of you too, because he's had a gain of 80 yards on the play.
We're going to get offsides on us.
So 1, 2, 3. So the Longhorns get the benefits from an encroachment call here. The Palmetto Tigers lined up offsides.
Looked like a late substitution, but they called us offside. So 1st and 10.
Jacob Mobley awaits this snap, and he's got Keyshawn Pistano, very good receiver out there on the far right boundary, 2 out here to the left. Now it looks like a jet sweep. Gets a nice block initially, but really good job. And Bryson sniffed that one out.
Great job by the now do-it-all player. Not that he's not been, but in this game especially. Has a touchdown and then now gets a negative play, put them way behind the chains on 2nd and
what you want
17.
to do is turn that jet sweep inside. Good job by the DN for Palmetto Tigers, pushing that, backing him up, and Bryson able to make the play. So really Henson with a play there, Chase Henson. Oh, big hit. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be recovered, and you'll see that one, and that's Marquez Bryson.
See if we can get a replay. Blew it up early.
And he went around that left tackle, kind of a little bit of confusion there on the offensive line, but he went around him like a piece of sheet metal through hurricane wind last week. I mean, he came around there he was unopposed.
Bryson doing it all early.
Oh, they got
pressure
there
again
again.
on
Nice
the screen pass though.
Slip screen underneath. Big gainer on the play. Watch out. He's got home run speed. He's going to take it. The 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown. And that is number 21, Gavin Fields.
Making plays early. Good call by the offense. Took advantage of our aggressiveness and kind of our ability to get to the quarterback. Thought we had another unimpeded sack there, but a nice call. Good little side action, side arm action. Good cut up field. A long touchdown early for Lennard.
Look at that big lineman out there running down the field. Unable to close the gap was Vantrez Yarn. And there you can see that great speed.
Brian, what was the name of that hurricane last week?
Milton.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
The kick is up, and it is good. So now they've knotted this one up, 7-7 here on homecoming for the Tigers.
Yeah, one long play. Besides that, the Palmetto's dominated the game, but that's why every play matters. And nice play by the running back, long touchdown here. Let's see if our offense can respond like we did on the opening drive.
Really fine play call. You get the defensive line is getting across the line of scrimmage, getting to your quarterback, and you hit him with the old slip screen out of the backfield. That was a very nice and very well executed play. And you can see Gavin Fields has got some serious speed. You know, that's one thing we see from teams up a little, from the Ruskin area and then Pinellas. We see teams with great speed.
Yeah, good effort on our guys, Trez included, trying to finish the play and catching. Showed some speed there, Trez, but Daniels had the angles and just a little faster on that one. So see if we can respond.
Here's your big, looks like an off defensive lineman driving this one away from the kick. Henry with the kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, driving toward the left sideline. And that's going to be Cam Stanzel. He's got the 30. He's got the 40, 50, 45. Still going. Shakes off a tackle all the way to the 31-yard line with a huge return.
Huge return, no flag. Nice response there. Got a short kick, which I'm sure they were prepared for. He had his heels on the 10-yard line. Great play by Stansel. I'm sure Pops is proud.
Got a little block there, very close to being a crackback block, but he got his head across the bow, sprung him down the sideline, and then really good moves by Stansel. A nice answer for the Tigers. You give up a big play, get out there, big return.
Great answer, and this is kind of what we were encouraged with last week was the culture and the response by our guys. There was no drop-off in effort throughout that game, and you can kind of see immediately adversity here with the long touchdown pass. We strike back with a long kickoff return. We got the ball in plus territory at the 31.
Nice hero shot from the production staff there of Cam Stansel on the sideline. Hand the ball off to Trez Yarn, nowhere to go. Loss of the play of 2-3 yards.
Negative play. They are stacking the box pretty good. Almost got to the outside. Too many Lennard Longhorns out there.
Brian, that's at number 4. He's very tall, very lanky defensive lineman there, number 4. He doesn't look like he weighs very much, but he's obviously very athletic and fast.
Yeah, that's Devin Barnett, according to the gospel, according to Max Preps. And he's fast off that edge, no doubt. There's a pass out there, wide open receiver, drops it, and that was Carter out there in the right. He was that would have been a gain of about 10 yards on the play, still short of the first down mark. That brings up a third down for the Tigers, third 13.
Good route. I think he was thinking about running down the field. He had one-on-one, maybe could have turned it into an explosive play and just looked off of it, didn't look it all the way in. So it brings up a third and long here.
Beautiful Arctic air replay there. Third and 13 for the Tigers. Roth surveying the field, looking it over, changing it up a little bit. Look to the sideline.
They were off.
Looked like they jumped off sides. They're saying that he never did reach the line. Now in high school football,
it's dead.
You advance as soon as you encroach. It's a 5-yard penalty. So they must have said he didn't cross the line of scrimmage there.
All right, TP and BV, we got third and 13 here. Are you trying to make a fourth and manageable and fourth down territory right now, or what y'all's call, TP?
I like a little screen here.
Okay.
I like the screen game at this third down in good distance. If you don't get the first down, at least you're getting a good chunk of yards, not going for a deep pass, missing that, and you end up, what is that, a 45? We're probably not going to do that. Have to punt the ball maybe to get it inside the 5, or
Yeah, they got a single safety. If they were going cover 2, I might have gone with a little scissors route out of the right side of the formation and then a little combination route on the other side. But let's see.
How about the old Palmetto hook and ladder?
We like that one, too.
I'm glad Coach Sanders is calling it, boys, and not us.
Yeah, I think Coach Sanders has a little bit better idea. I like a little combination route to the left-hand side here, 2 receivers, and they drives them off. Jackson Roth steps up, needs to run a lot. Very nice play, go to the 29-yard line, out of field goal range. So I expect the Tigers to go ahead and try to convert the first down here on 4th down.
Yeah, go for it. Would be a 45, 46-yard field goal.
46, and very good surface for kicking here.
Yeah, but all right.
So Trez Yarn in the backfield. Another thing you could do with Trez Yarn here in this look is run a little arrow route with Trez Yarn. Now they're changing. Coach Sanders thinks he's found something. They're changing the line, trying to get the message out there. Another thing you got to watch out for is the big tight end there, number 84. But this time he's blocking, stepping up to make a throw. He's got a receiver underneath and misses him. Had a wide open receiver there. Pritchford was there, but misconnection.
Yeah, got open after a little delay in the zone there. It was late developing, but it was open and just kind of missed him there. Stepped up in the pocket a little bit with a little bit of pressure and just missed him. So good play call, good route.
Coach Sanders talking to the receivers after they come off the field there. Might have thought with Simeon Matt there was a dig route on.
He may have thought runs.
And so a little, yeah, you could see that Roth did not intend to throw the ball. They were looking for something different, but so good stop here for the Longhorns. The receiver he flips it out there late. Got to make a tackle, and he runs out of bounds at the 30. Gain of about a half yard on the play, and Gavin Fields.
Gavin Fields making plays, running and catching now. Kind of looking at him. They had a little release with him in the backfield. Nothing downfield was open, so he checked down and only got a yard though.
But Dorian Burns, number 2, the junior out there at that route, really has a lot of speed. It's going to be a challenge for Cam Stanzel out there. Great defender, corner. But this number 2 over here on the last play,
let's see if Paul drops.
He had Saturday-type speed. This time they hand the ball off the back, and the Tigers all over this one, host of tacklers. Paul Moore always involved. Cam Kennedy involved. Number 15 for the Tigers, Arthur Amarin involved. You name them, they were there. 55 for the Tigers, also involved. Demarius Rue.
Yeah, great job by Rue. They cut blocks, and he got back up anyway, made the tackle. Great effort. 3rd and 8.
2 receivers on each side of the formation. Nice route out there. Shakes out of a tackle, spins, driving. First down pass is complete to London Green. He's a receiver with some big numbers.
Yeah, he's their feature receiver. Great route, on time, on target throw here on 3rd and 8. Right past the first down marker and then kind of cuts it up the field. Thought he might have been out of bounds. Spin move, gets up the field, gets a couple extra yards.
1st and 10. Mobley changes things up, creeps up the line of scrimmage, sends Keshawn Pistano in motion. Palmetto Tigers in pretty good coverage over there to that side. They look that way. Now he directs it down the field. Good coverage by Cam Stanzel. So you saw London Green, one-on-one coverage, and Stanzel with a great defensive play.
Great defense, like you said before, in the pre-snap. Kind of had him on an island one-on-one down there. Ball was overthrown. Of course it is after that strike on 3rd down and long, but ball's overthrown. Great defense by the Tigers. See if we can get a little push here, 2nd and 10.
Quarterback did a really solid job of looking him off with all the eye candy over the right. Made that throw to the left, but a solid job by Cam Stanzel. Nice gain on the play, gain of about 4 yards. And again, that's number 21, which is Gavin Fields, tackled by Paul Moore.
Yeah, Paul. Good run. Got to look at him here on a little release or something. He's had the ball in his hands. Him and London Green. Number 12 and 21. They're going to call timeout to talk about it.
Yeah, and Stanzel was giving London a big cushion over there, probably a 20-yard cushion. Might have had an easy pitch and catch over there. So now we've got a timeout as Coach Sanders looks things over. A really good shot here for the Palmetto coaching staff. I've been impressed with all the coaches over there, the way that they've performed this season. It was a staff, Coach V, that was assembled very, very late. And to the unit, it has been so cohesive, working together. And these, they didn't have much time to practice, did they, Coach V?
Nope, and they're definitely doing the right things in the first year, building the culture, doing the right things as far as how they're treating the kids. The consistency and the continuity and their coaching staff is critical. Said it last week on the broadcast, but having guys like Matt Brazelton come back to our program is huge. The biggest difference that you see in the county from a coaching staff standpoint is the continuity. And we're building some here in Palmetto, and we're fortunate to have this staff around, and let's keep them around and support them in the best way possible.
Now it's time for the Palmetto Tiger defense to come up with a big stop. It's 3rd and 6. Ball is spotted just across midfield. Center, Thatcher Wilkerson will fire this one back there. Jacob Mobley in the backfield, sends the receiver in motion, fakes that. Oh, really big running lane, got to make a tackle, does not. He's down to 40, and he steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And
Number 2, Dorian Burns, who's also got a little shake.
And speed, and you saw the jet sweep action pull the inside linebacker out of the play, and then that was just the gap that they needed. Good play call.
So looking at it early, we got some problems to deal with here with Leonard.
Oh.
Great job by number 41,
Bridson,
who's been everywhere.
And, you know, that was option 2 on a zone read type look. Fakes a handoff and then goes with a quick slant. And Bridson has seen that one probably in practice. Stepped across. Great play.
What a game by him so far, both sides of the ball.
2nd and 10 for Lennard, this time out of the pistol formation. Brown in the back. Oh, that very long developing play, and he breaks it. And coming out there to make the tackle, we'll get a number there, was number 41, Bridson again.
Or not.
Wow. You know, that shows a lot of skill there. Gets off the block, runs down the line, and makes a great tackle. I thought that one was another one. Looked like it was going to go for a touchdown.
Kid's Superman. Great effort. He's all over the field, both sides of the ball.
Probably 2-down territory here. Third down for the Longhorns. Jacob Mobley sends London in motion. London Green. Palmetto looks like those linebackers are going to drop. That clock is getting.
Play clock would be.
Play clock would be nice here. It's got to be getting close. Seems like an eternity. And then
I think they're going to get a timeout.
They're going to get a timeout.
Had some time there, BB.
No play clock here. And I believe on this field in the past we may have had play clock. Yeah.
TP, are they keeping it on the field down there? At least the play clock?
Yeah, well, I just saw the back ref with his hand in the air and counting down, so I could see that it was coming up quick.
Okay.
Thanks for that Arctic Air sideline report. You know, Tom, you asked me about the Hurricanes early. Don't get nervous. I'm not going to attack you here.
How many square yards are we talking?
How many square yards on the football field? I'm going to back off of that. You know, we've had so many storms with Debbie, and then we had Helene, and then Milton. I kind of was thinking, now which storm am I going to throw in there? We've had so many in the last 30 days. So.
And don't forget the storm that just rained for 4 days and softened up all these trees and roots and stuff right before all that.
That's right. It's been a long month here. Now it's time for those Palmetto Tigers to step up and make a play. Public address, Troy Bellamy doing a great job setting things up. You really want to have a good play coming out of a timeout here, right?
Yep. Come on, defense. Let's see if we send these 2 linebackers or we're just showing blitz and drop back.
Big cushion over here wide. They throw it out there. Incomplete pass right through the receiver's hand. Number 12, London Green, had an opportunity.
Good defense. They're kind of playing a little bit of a soft coverage, if you'll say that. Excuse me if I'm wrong, coaches, when you watch this. But 4th down now. They're going to go for it.
I didn't see anything there. Wasn't a late hit on the quarterback. There was a flag thrown in the backfield. Personal foul on the Palmetto Tigers. 1st down.
Hey, Tom, did you see anything there?
And that will be an automatic 1st down for the Longhorns. As now the Tigers' defense is backed up into the shadow.
So after the penalty, obviously a difficult situation. I don't know if we can get that on replay.
I didn't see anything along the line of scrimmage. May have been hands to face. Didn't really catch that. But now those Longhorns are knocking on the door. They're looking like that team that came out with those early wins, looking very good tonight. 3 big receivers on the left side of the formation, 1 single receiver out wide to the right.
Throw it short here.
And he throws it out there, and he has a receiver, and great defensive play there. Coming in, Trez Yarn He had the catch, wasn't able to establish control. Watch the defender get the arms up in a wedge. This is amazing.
He's got great hands, Trez. Good defense, almost completed the catch.
That was right on the money, and that is what you do as a corner. You got to wedge those hands and pull those receivers' hands apart as he makes the catch. Great play there. Now it's 2nd and 10. There's the clock on the field, about a minute and 18 seconds on the clock.
Bryson, man, he's everywhere. Good
Bryson
tackle.
with a tackle. Really effective run there, 3 yards. And you can see this Gavin Fields is a good back.
Got a couple players, Fields, London Green. Quarterback's been solid enough to advance the chains. Big 3rd down early in the game.
You know, and Paul Moore is also involved in assisted tackles. Just about every play that you see, number 24 is in the area. He has a nose for the ball. 3rd and 7. In the backfield now is Dorian Burns.
See if they motioned him out.
Oh, that is a wide open receiver, and he's tackled there. And a really nice tackle on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down.
See what they do. They're going to bring the field goal kicker on. Good job by our defense, playing zone, kind of keeping it in front of us. Did create a one-on-one situation for Paul Moore. Makes a great tackle, as he always does. Forces a kick here early. Let's see if we can get a low kick here and a block. His punt was low.
This has got to be Henry Myers. I have him listed as number 10 on the rosters I had, number 13. Very
got it. Good kick.
Firm kick, and it is up and good now. The end of the first quarter, the Palmetto Tigers are trailing 10 for the Longhorns, 7 for the Tigers.
Good response by Leonard. Palmetto had all the momentum early. The screenplay kind of flipped the script on this game. And in a battle, they got a couple players, 10-7, everything on the line and in front of us. This is what you want as a player or coach.
Now,
you're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't know how to write this next commercial.
Well, what do you want to say?
I don't want people thinking we're not big enough or get enough money for our clients, but I don't know how to say that without sounding cheesy.
I think I have an idea. How about this one?
I'm not that guy.
How about this one?
That's cute. That's definitely not me.
Well, just tell everyone you have 4 offices on the Suncoast. So you're big enough to handle any case, but local enough to care.
That's not bad, but what about the money?
Well, how else did you afford to put 4 kids in braces?
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
of the second quarter, the Longhorns will kick this one off. Henry Miles with an approach. Dangerous returners back there for those Palmetto Tigers.
Returners with their heels on like the 15-yard line. Let's see if we can get a short, low kick and a return here.
And the thing about the Tigers, when you're kicking to the upbacks, you're also kicking. It's very unusual.
Yep.
They are also dangerous returners. So if you do a pooch kick or something along those lines, you've got some day. Nice kick. Driving, and it's going to be a touchback. Wow.
Drove that one right into the end zone after I'm sitting here saying how short he's going to kick it. But great early challenge in this game now, down 10-7. So what we got.
Look at that one as it treads yarn back to return and well into the end zone. Great kick.
Then obviously to see the response.
Nice look inside. Excuse me. Have a nice look inside at the conversations going along down on the sidelines. Tom, I'm going to pick you up after this next play and see what it feels like on the sideline. Any panic there? We'll talk to you after this play. Jackson Roth awaits. Hands the ball off. Big hole.
Let's go.
Running hard is Bridson. And he's going to go for a big gain and a first down.
Hey, Brian, no, I don't see any panic here. I see the coaches, we're talking about the play clock and all that, but they've got these little tablets and they're able to go immediately through all the plays. They're getting with their individual groups and working through what happened, what was wrong. But no, I don't see any panic. Everybody seems to be, being coached at the time. I'm just very impressed with the speed and athleticism of Lennard. I mean, I don't have a lot of experience watching Lennard High School, but, man, they have several kids that are very fast, very shifty. They're not very big, but, man, they are super fast. Kind of reminds me of Palmetto a little bit.
Yeah, very, very well put. Thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report. Hands the ball off to Bridson again, pounding forward. This time they're all over, and that's Van Cherez Yarn on the carry, and that's going to be a loss on the play.
Yeah, trying to establish the run. Got a nice first carry by Bridson, and then go to Trez, and Trez has been gang tackled every time he's pretty much touched the ball so far. So good push by the Lennard line, and kind of had a 3-on-1 situation over there.
Good discipline. Jaden Jones, the junior, comes up with the tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. Oh, good block by the initially by the tight end out there, but stepping up and making a play was number 4, Devin Barnett. Did a good job. You got to stay with him. Knocked him back, but he bounced off of that turf, was able to make a play.
Good call, and we almost had somebody open down the sideline, and 2, Dorian Burns, for them, who's made plays offensively, tracked him down and was there on the coverage. Nothing open down the field and had to scramble, and then there was a defensive end waiting on our QB as he tried to scramble. So a huge 3rd and long now as the momentum has kind of flipped here.
Good matchup over here with Calvin Mobley out there, number 23 for the Longhorns, and Pritchford. This time they throw a screen out there. Going to need to get a block. Does not. And that goes for a loss on the play. Brings up a punting situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, great tackle. He beats the one-on-one. He did have a convoy and maybe would have had something there. But, again, that's Dorian Burns, again, kind of been all over the field.
And really, number 70 for the Tigers, Michael Sanders, had an opportunity, but was afraid to get a block in the back as the defender went by there, and big play by the defense for the Longhorns.
See if we can get a good punt here. They're using the same thing as Manatee did with an up back, basically to block on their punters. They got
Kale
2
Bunce
returners back
with
there.
a very low kick, and it goes out of bounds.
20.
At the 45 is the spot
but
down
the
here.
Yard is just, 20 yards.
Not the best kick.
Not the best kick. You can get fortunate as Lennard did with a roll on this turf. Got a bad bounce there on a low kick, so good field position now for Lennard. But again, culture-wise, defensively right now, all right, we're down 10-7. We need to hold it to at least 1 score to, not that we would be out of the game, but, keep our confidence high. And as a competitor or a coach right now, it's a great situation to see how they respond, and let's see if we can.
Looked like they were going to go with it 5 wide and a no back set here, so they're going to go naked or empty here. So, yeah, look at the slot back coming around in motion on this one. There it is. And he hands it to him. And very good play by the defense, but a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Good defense. We've handled all the motion stuff pretty well. Used our speed and been disciplined. All the Jets sweep stuff hadn't gone for much yet.
What you can do out of that look is with your quarterback, you clear that out and then you send the quarterback through late on. But this quarterback is so valuable to the team, you don't want to expose him to an injury at this point in the game. with a quarterback draw type play. Sure. Oh, there's a high snap. He's down on a really heads-up play there by Jacob Mobley. And you'll see in high school, a lot of times they try to do too much, but that ends up being a turnover.
Yeah, sent him in motion again, and just a kind of a botched snap there. We'll get on the replay, but fortunate break. That's why you just continue to play hard throughout the game. Brings up a 3rd and long and what was a critical situation early for the momentum for our defense.
Here you don't want to jump off sides, and you do not want to have any penalties there, like a pass interference or a roughing the passer. Good pass rush by the Tigers. Quarterback steps up and it falls down. Palmetto Tiger recovery at the 35. Now you'll pick it up here. It looked like hustling back there.
15, Arthur
Amarin, but that's number 99, which would be Chase Henson there for the Tigers. We have Cameron Kennedy listed as 99, but I think that's Henson there.
And guess who? Bryson forced the fumble. Got in the backfield early. Quarterback scrambled, went and chased him down, forced the fumble. He's been super tonight.
Woo, what a game by Marquez Bryson. Came to play tonight. They look it out there. Got to get a block. He bounces that one. It was a forward pass, so it was bounced to Carter. Incomplete.
Interesting motion. You send the tight end in motion. You almost get an impromptu pull block out of him on the screen. Just couldn't complete the pass.
And that's a tight end that we want to look at here at Palmetto High School. 84 Ace Luther. You know, he goes about 6'5" and about 230. As a sophomore, that is a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Knowing that you have that in the barn. You got some horses in the barn there with a sophomore at 6'3", 6'4", 230.
Pistol look.
Changing things up.
Should have plenty of time on the play clock, apparently.
Maybe look for Nazir Pritchford over here to the left. He does. Now he flicks it out there, and that is a completed pass. Ball comes out late, but Carter he's going to be marked just shy of the first down.
He's been running routes all night. Completed the catch there, which is nice to see. Good play.
I got to tell you guys, quarterback, not on that play, but on the previous plays, he's just very uncomfortable in the pocket. I understand he had a rough game last week. He got hit a lot, so I don't know if there's an injury or what it is. But if he stays in that pocket, obviously we got the players to get open.
So 3rd and short. Trejarn in the backfield runs, bounces it wide. He's got the first down.
Yes, sir. Great second effort there. Good play. You see a lot of the more we watch college and high school teams mess around on 3rd and 4th and short. It was nice to see him run straight up the middle and a good second effort by Trez to get the first down. Big play early offensively. In
an era where there's not much two platooning, the plays have been made defensively and offensively by Trejarn and Bryson tonight.
No doubt.
Oh, he's got him wide open.
Yes, sir.
And he is in for 6. That's the big tight end, Ace Luther, sophomore. Beautiful.
Great.
Let's watch this on TigerVision. Break it down for me, Coach B.
Little play action, got a good block. Kind of snuck the tight end right in the middle of the field. Not used him all night, really. As far as downfield passing, snuck him out there wide open. Doesn't get more open than that. Great call.
A great play.
Great response by our offense.
Nice snap. Good hold. Kick is up by Harold, and it is good. So the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 14-10.
Brian, I can't help but think about, Coach Sanders calling a play to a tight end when you really need a big play. He did that to us so many times when he was at Braden River and just crushed us. So many games over at Braden River, and man, I'm glad to see it finally work on our side for once.
Yeah, I was actually looking at Luther as he came to the line of scrimmage. and he got that block, and the block wasn't that sincere. You know, the first thing you do is you get in the block and then you do a release. And as soon as I saw his block, I thought, oh boy, here it is again. And it was like deja vu all over again, Tom. Good call with our Arctic Air sideline report.
Great job by the Tigers, too. Culture check. It was 10-7. They had the ball, get a turnover, and go right down the field for a score. Great to see. Again, week in and week out, after when we do these games, there's a steady fight. The culture's there. This is why they're 6-1 and got an opportunity to win a district championship.
Yeah, and people forget the Palmetto Tigers played up to a couple of 7A teams early in the schedule. We're trailing in both of those games. Actually, 2 games this season they've been trailing prior to this, and they have that experience of coming back. Very high kick. This one's interesting. Fielded there by a back. Oh, nearly popped that one. Number 34, and that is Station Gage, a sophomore. That is a big sophomore.
He got the first kick of the game. Up back, he's got decent hands, and like I said earlier, big fella starting to get downhill. It's hard to tackle, but we're almost there on one of these pooch kicks. It'll be interesting if we make him catch throughout the night.
Yeah, I think, you know, with the old 2-back system, he would definitely be playing fullback at a team like Vanderbilt this day when they show those 2-back looks. You know, that is a nice-looking size, you know, running back there. And again, he is only a sophomore, and that's Station Gage. Now 1st and 10 for the Longhorns.
Burns back in the backfield, running back.
Bird's got great speed. They hand it off to him. He looks for a crease, and there's a good fill by Paul Moore. And he's going to come up with a huge night tonight with total tackles. Brings up a 2nd and 8 here for the Longhorns. Stacked receivers, twins on both sides of the formation wide. Palmetto Tigers jump off sides. That's going to be 5 yards. Technically in high school there's no offsides. It's encroachment always. So, you know, on our TigerVision, we leave our chats open, and people are always, you get an official out there that's always feels free to correct us on that one. So,
yeah,
but 5-yard loss, 5-yard gain for the Longhorns.
Yeah, and 2 penalties. We got the personal foul that extended the drive early, and now you had an offsides penalty that we got to be more sound on. Something to clean up going forward. 2nd and short here.
4 receivers in the formation. They hand the ball up. Big hit. Got to be Paul Moore's involved along with number 10 for the Tigers, and that's Autry Walker.
That Paul here.
That's the defense right there. You see the fence shot right there. That's our defense, and that was what we need here on this place. That was a nice send-in, the call for defense.
That was good. Let's have a little defense here. 3rd and short.
You know, Mobley looks, or Mobley, probably pronounced Mobley, the quarterback, looks very, very comfortable tonight back there in the backfield.
Burns,
a little bit of a high snap. Tigers are all over it. And then, you know, Burns, Dorian, thought he had a crease there, but that door closed very quickly.
Number 90, who's not getting enough credit on his effort tonight, Chase Henson, was in there early, just a sophomore. We're calling these names from our linebackers and safeties and so forth, but the line is doing a phenomenal job against a really good back and a good wide receiver tonight. Great push by the Tigers, forces a punt.
You know, on the eye test tonight, if I looked up, I think 21 Gavin Fields, you know, they're trying to limit his time and spread it out, but he could be the kind of back he could give the ball 30 times a game. He's so productive, not in the formations on that last
short punt, you know.
Very short punt. And it's
good bounce for us.
And that's going to be down at the 34-yard line. Palmetto Tigers with good field position here. 4:58 on the clock.
Of note, on that last drive, you didn't see Fields in there at all. So I don't know if they're rotating snaps with Burns and trying to get him a look, or there's an issue going on there.
Yeah, I don't know if he has an injury type issue, but that's kind of back. Looks like you could hand him the rock 30 times.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
A game, because he's tough.
Good player. Both the backs are good as advertised. The wide receiver's pretty dynamic. Quarterbacks manage the game well. With that said, we've contained all that and are up 4 here in the second quarter with a chance to extend it to a 2-score lead going into the break.
Going into the water break here, less than 6 minutes on the clock, so they take that opportunity to take the water break.
But we are Manatee County strong.
You know, during this water break, I'm glad to have a water break the last couple days, right, Coach V? Yeah, it's been.
You mean a break from water?
Yes. Yes. When you go under your house and it's knee deep and you have a mullet, out there in your yard, it's not good. Not good.
Speaking of the Arctic Air sideline report, got Scott and Dana Whitaker just showed up here for the game, coming all the way over to Bradenton here to support the Tigers and all that they've done for us here at TigerVision over the years, helping out and supporting this program when a lot of people weren't. They've always been here for us, so really appreciate their support and looking forward to continuing that relationship.
Thanks very much for the Arctic Air sideline report. Oh, big hole initially. Bryson does a good job bouncing around, bounced that out, a gain of about 3 on the play.
Good pickup, getting downfield, little delay in the handoff. I wonder if they counter that later on in the game with the play action like they did in the touchdown, but staying ahead of the chains, got 3 on the first down.
That was just an excellent fill by number 1, Mekhi Williams, sophomore. I thought that play was really going to go for 7 yards, but he did a great job of filling the hole as that thing opened up on the right side of the formation. Bryson bounces it wide this time. Got ahead of steam. Watch out. Bang! Runs over a defender. Ball is down at the 50.
What can you say about Bryson, man? Both sides of the ball. Got out of the box there. That's kind of been loaded all night. Great play. He's shiftier than anybody gives him credit for. Great run and a first down for Palmetto.
And when he gets out there, and very courageous play by Cameron Bradley Dover, who ended up taking the worst of that. But it's when you got a big back like Bryson, goes nearly 200 pounds, he can really put the hammer down.
We go to Trez now.
Trez jumps in there. So only 3:37 on the clock here. The Tigers really would like to put some points on the board, get a little comfort level going here at this point in the game.
Yeah, you start playing the possessions game, right? Obviously, it would be nice to be up 2 possessions going into halftime here. Let's see if we can pull it off.
Looked like a running formation.
Oh,
beautiful play. Sleeper down the sideline goes Carter.
Go Carter.
Breaks a tackle. He's in.
Let's go.
4-6. Now, what you saw as the formation broke, they're going to call that. That's the old sleeper play. So Carter was over there talking to the coaches near the sideline, wide open.
They call it an illegal substitution.
They're going to call that an illegal substitution, but I don't believe it was. Now, if Ken Burton were here on the broadcast with me tonight, that's the old sleeper play that we used to run at the
probably
boys
talking
club.
to a coach, and they're going to talk about it, of course, here. Let's see what they come to a conclusion here. I thought he was on the sideline talking to a coach.
On the sideline, talking to the coach. You had 7 linemen across the field.
On the field, on the sideline, I'm saying.
Yeah,
in play.
In play, but you needed 7 across the field, which you had because you had a big formation out there. Looked like a run-heavy formation. Great call. And they're talking it over. The officiating crew is unsure what to do. Now the problem comes, you've thrown the flag and you've blown the whistle. Is it a dead ball?
Yeah, it's difficult in high school, too. Yeah, first of all, is it a dead ball and the play's dead as called? I thought they got the play off now, so they didn't blow it dead originally. Let's see what they say. They're going to call it.
Yep. When it takes that long to make the call,
yeah,
you think, well, why did you throw the flag just in case? I mean, you hate to see that.
Yep.
I'm going to try to get over here and listen to him.
So that takes a well-timed. Now, they're really backing this one up.
Are they going to call like an unsportsmanlike because of the play? That's legal.
It's because you psyched somebody out.
Right.
I don't know.
Is that what we got, Tom? Is it called unsportsmanlike or something?
I don't know.
illegal touchdown.
And
Palmetto.
it was in the part of the field where the coaches would have been. If he was talking to a coach, the coach would have been in the coaching box, so he wasn't outside of the coaching box, and that would be a sideline violation. But you generally have a sideline warning before that. So,
Let's see what Tom can come up with here.
hey, Tom, we're going to put this one all on those broad shoulders of you to find out what the heck
I was trying my best to understand, so it sounded like they said when someone substitutes in, someone has to substitute out. And he said, we didn't substitute anybody.
Right.
The kid just ran off like he was being substituted, and they said, no, you had one come in.
Can't you play with 9 if you wanted to offensively?
Sure, why not?
So,
Pritchford has the DB fall down, shakes a tackle. Needs to hang on to that ball, gain on the play. And so still it's going to be third and an eternity here for the Tigers.
And there's a penalty on the field as well.
Tom, are they using pink flags? Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, the last play was a pink one. This one's yellow here. It's over here on like the 34-yard line. As soon as the play started, whatever happened between the receiver and the DB, looks like it's going to be on them. It's going to be against them.
Okay.
Now, I didn't see anything over there. Looked clean. The DB had a very deep cushion, so there wasn't any defensive holding before the play. So, one thing about it, the FHSAA officiating crews generally get things right. And if you've ever, gone to football games and been one of those to bark at officials, what happens when you're doing some coaching, you have to go and officiate a game, and it's not that easy.
It's extremely difficult, obviously, without replay and all that. You hate to see a call like that negate such a big play, just from a Palmetto homer standpoint. But
so we didn't pick it up. We didn't pick it up on the the Arctic Air replay, Tom, that you didn't get a chance to look at here. So they.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all because it was so close to the sideline. They're very tight up here.
the signal was an illegal block in the back on them.
I mean, he threw it as soon as the ball was snapped, and it was the line judge right here next to this receiver. So there was no time for anybody to block in the back. It came to that.
Well, that would typically be an illegal formation, as
maybe
as
he
the
wasn't
play
on the line,
breaks,
yeah.
But or someone lined up across the line of scrimmage, encroached before the play. That happened.
Maybe illegal use of hands. Looked like he went into his face mask or something, possibly. I mean,
I don't know. I'll see how you do that when you have a cushion.
Is that the call?
Yeah, if there was a cushion out there of about 15 yards in press coverage, sometimes you get that hands to the face thing.
Try to jam him.
Yeah, but I didn't. He was way off the receiver. So.
No, I don't think so. I think he was fairly close.
Okay, I didn't catch that on the replay.
Just go with me, Brian. Let's just go with me.
A very nice job by the public address here. They've got the Final Jeopardy music going here. It's a nice touch.
I'm going to take my Palmetto glasses off and respect the officials here. But
third and 13 for the Tigers. And there's a stoppage of play. And the Longhorns take it.
Cue the Jeopardy, Troy.
That's all right, folks.
Troy Bellamy is just doing a great job of keeping this thing entertaining here. 2 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock.
All right, Tom, what do you got for third and 13 here?
I think that's the last time we asked the same question, wasn't it?
True.
About third and 13?
Screen.
I don't know. Hey, maybe that tight end. Hey, that worked last time. Let's see if you can slide out there again.
I'll defer to you football experts, man. I'm not entirely sure what I got drawn up for this.
I prefer the sleeper play again. If you've they've had a chance to talk that over again. And the boys club, when we played barefoot, you act like you have a Sandsburg and start walking to the sideline and right down the sideline you go for 6. So third 13. Now the Tigers with one receiver on each side of the formation, tighten things up. You might look for Maurice Carter in the slot here, maybe on a kind of a post on a corner route, maybe some kind of crossing route over there to the right side of the formation. You've always got option Pritchford here on the left. Look things over. Pretty tight coverage here on Pritchford, but he does have a safety over the top for help. It's a running play. I love the call, and it goes for a gain of about 4 yards. That makes it 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
Yep. 3rd down now is confused on the last call, but 3rd and 9, trying to get it manageable there with a run on 2nd down.
And looking across the field over there, that 3rd down, well, the marker over there, the dial-a marker, sometimes he's not pushing the button all the way up the top, and I apologize for that. You can't see if
You're
it's a 2 or a 3.
giving me too much credit there. I had the wrong one.
No, it's one of those dial-a markers.
Yeah,
you know, we got to figure it out.
Definitely the sideline guy's fault, not mine.
Oh, there's a screen and well played out there. It's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play. Went with the bubble screen, unblocked, great pursuit. Tackle on the play is Dorian Burns.
Yeah, keep going to the short game and trying to see if Pittsburgh can make a play or one of our wide receivers can make a play. Nothing there.
Those quick screens really only work if the quarterback is very accurate. You know, he don't have time to make any moves. He had to jump up to catch the ball, and it just took all the time out of it. You know what I mean? If he hit him in his chest, he just immediately starts running, and you get at least a good gain on that one. Just seems a little off tonight.
Well, and they came up so hot on that. You look for the out and up on that later out of that formation.
Roll, hitting him.
Okay, get down there, and that one's going to be a beautiful punt, and it's going to be inside the 5-yard line. So
great punt.
Great punt.
Shout out, Mr. Burton.
Cale Bunce, the senior. Got to get some love for the punters out there. Ken Burton, our normal color commentary guy, national championship 2 times with Carson Newman, and I will say that Cale Bunce's dad is Steve Bunce. Shout out to Steve out here. I'm sure Steve's at the game. Minute and 15 on the clock.
Pound for pound in the state of Florida, we have to have the strongest punter ever. Ever in high school football. I mean, come on, the guy deadlifts like 1,000,000 pounds, you know.
Goodness.
Yeah, I want to take him to the gym, like that Anatoly thing that's on YouTube. You know,
dress him up like a janitor.
Little guy, I'm sweeping the floors. That's the guy right there, number 34.
I've watched a few of his competitions, man. He is amazing. For the size that he is, how strong he is unbelievable.
Now, 34 for the Tigers, Chance Shophocker, the center fielder for the baseball team, going down there and making a great play, downing the ball. So that's how you had a really good look at Chance Shophocker.
Of note, Fields is back in the game, so they're just rotating maybe series, or they have a certain, they call it a touch count. So what's the situation here with our we got all 3 timeouts, right? You get a stop here, tackle for a loss, you start calling them. You call our timeout and force a punt.
I say you want to see what the result of this play is here.
Who called this one?
Well, look at this hero shot of Chance Shophocker. He's been a very effective long snapper coming off the baseball field and doing a great job. And it's always great to have a cover down player, in a free release from your long snapper. It's great to have a center fielder that can run down there and down the ball. Now, the thing you don't want is a guy that's used to looking straight up at the air and tracking the flight of the ball, because you will get your clock clean down the field. But it's a good transition made by Chance.
Aggressive call here by Coach. He called the timeout now. So
that's aggressive.
I like it. They got ball backed up on their own 5-yard line. Punter hadn't been phenomenal. Trying to get your offense one more shot here late in the second quarter.
Now, at this point is a good place for that screen with that Gavin, because he's a guy that's taking rushes for 80 yards. So this is a big one here for the Longhorns.
Him in the backfield. They got Burns in motion now, one-on-one to the right. Something to look at. Here comes Zion off the edge. Good play.
Zion Roberson, huh?
Yes, sir. Timeout.
Wow, gutsy call. So,
love it.
Love it. And what you're trying to get out of this situation, you want to get a bad snap, kicker's back there, bobbling around. You're going to get a safety or a, even worse. You could get a touchdown out of this for the Tigers. Special teams, big play. But this is a big one now for the Longhorns.
You love this if you're a player and your coach has confidence in you and calls a couple of timeouts, got confidence in your defense, and feels that they'll have enough time to come down and score.
I heard you guys talking about Zion Roberson just a minute ago. And he was his father worked with me 28 years ago. And you want to talk about just a freak of nature. His daddy was so strong, so fast. Obviously, his son's got some of those genetics.
Yeah,
playing very strong.
And I heard that he was a tremendous running back. Went into the weightlifting. Senior year, said, I'm going to go come back and play football and punt. But I heard he was a very strong and doing deadlifts like he does. But for fans out there, Palmetto got a timeout back because of an injured player on the field, which could be critical here. A good heads up here in the press box by Larry Griffith.
The greatest thing about knowing all these guys that were great athletes when we were all younger is that they're all fat like us now, and they're not running anywhere. So that's Fred Roberson, wherever he's at. I know he's out here somewhere. Make sure I give him a hard time.
Tom, if you don't have anything nice to say,
well,
we can say it about ourselves.
Yeah, I will. I'll tell you a little funny story since we're burning some time here.
Sure.
We had another employee that was retiring, and they had this long-standing thing about who was faster because, Fred was a big boy, 300-plus, and this other guy was real slim and had his little fancy running shoes on. And so we literally went out in the parking lot like high school kids, and on the guy's last day before he retired, we lined it up, and Fred smoked him. And then right as he got to the finish line, his feet got hooked together, and Fred ate it right in front of everybody. It was the greatest thing. I got a video somewhere. Can't find it, but, man, that was some funny stuff.
Hey, so, Tom.
Yeah.
The whole thing there for all of us, he did win the race, right?
He did now.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just what's that Toby Keith song, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. That's Fred Roberson, buddy.
Well, I got another one on the sideline down there that I've seen run a little bit recently. Another guy that's probably, 3 bills is Rich Robick.
Oh.
Who, helps us.
Oh.
No, actually, he's on the camera, the wide camera tonight.
Yeah.
And I've seen that guy take off. And we were at a long snapping camp, and one of these, arm shaving dads, is running out there to get the Gatorades, and Big Rich went past him, and this is a guy that was fit and he had the look and everything, and Big Rich went by him like the guy was standing still. Now we'll get back to live. Hey, nice segue, Tom.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. I'm here for you.
This is only a 4-point game, so it's very early in the process. Where we're flipping into the entertainment value. But
I just missed you.
Now, Troy, on the public address here at Lakewood Ranch, is talking about the loss of the scoreboard and the damage to facilities at Palmetto High School, looking to raise some funds for Palmetto High School.
Definitely rooting for our district and county to maybe hook us up now with the same LED lights that Manatee afforded, and maybe a brand new LED scoreboard. I'm sure Coach Wilkes wouldn't mind any of those things. So.
There are reports that Bill Britt was hanging out near the scoreboard during the storm, just trying to
hold on to it,
do some damage to that thing as we get a new one.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Bill Britt, president of the Boosters Club. Bill has been so active and it's always in everybody's grill and love, and it's one of those.
Yeah. All right, boys. Here we go.
Here we go. Palmetto Tigers need a big defensive stop here. 3rd down and 9. And a nice jump cut by the back. Man, that
can
kid
fly.
Is
it goes
good.
out of bounds though. No timeout needed.
Out of bounds. Now that's a mistake there. And that's Dorian Burns, and that's going to stop the clock.
He's had a great game, and we would have stopped it anyway with a timeout, but maybe ill-advised going to out of bounds, trying to make a play. So let's get a snap over his head in honor of all the long snap talk that we've been talking about.
Yeah, with all the long snap of this one is going back now. This definitely is Henry Myers back there. The senior will punt this one away.
We got a returner?
Really not dropping back into coverage yet are the Tigers.
Gonna make him just punt.
Good snap, a little bit off to the right. He gets the ball out. It's going to be returnable. Short kick, and he's got a lane. He's at the 30 to the 20-yard line. So great return by Carter. He lined up awfully short, and it's time for those Palmetto Tigers to keep the ball throwing down past those first down markers and stop that clock. 44 seconds on the clock.
Yeah. He lined up extremely short. I thought we didn't even have anybody out there, but I saw why. Short punt, a couple shifty moves, and we're in business now, almost in the red zone on the 21-yard line.
That's why we're not coaches, guys. We're not coaches because I'm going, get back. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Certainly not football coaches.
Well,
I'm not going to claim that.
we don't get the opportunity to study the film like they do. We'll blame it on that. And this time the Palmetto's overload the side. They got the tight end, kind of a 12-looking package over here in the formation, now looking over the sideline, checking out things with Coach Sanders. Now at pistol depth formation, Van Trez-Yard in the back.
Pitch
two
for
receivers.
one-on-one.
He looks to the right, throws it out there wide. He's going to need to make an adjustment. And that one is a routine interception. Picked off in the end zone. So now with 38 seconds on the clock, the Longhorns have an opportunity to wind this clock down here.
Let's see if he
gathers
it all the way in. Yeah, great catch.
Really
Really got what we were looking for on both sides. One-on-one coverage. I thought they had Pitchford underneath, but tough turnover as we try to extend the lead there. 38 seconds now.
Thomas Shine, number 18, with a great play. That one kind of hung up there. Needed to be thrown a little bit more toward that back corner flag. Maybe had some receivers on the left side of the formation. Something looked a little bit brighter on that side.
Now, if you're Lennard, you're taking a shot here, right?
Yeah, because Palmetto gets the ball to start the second half.
Flip the momentum, though. All of a sudden, quick change. See if we
handle
handle defensively.
Big hit.
Pick it up.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
Wow, what a hit. Good gracious, and that had to be Chase Henson.
Not sure. Let's see on the replay here. Yeah,
My
Chase, man, he's been making
goodness.
plays. Good deflection.
You know, you want to look at a
Stansel
great defensive. Cam Standel's in good position, but, you know, London Green, number 12, that was a big play by receiver to come back and break that one up. Good play for London Green. Now, no time run off the clock here. So
let's see after this. This is a run after that play.
This time,
Awkward
nowhere to
exchange,
go.
But nowhere to go.
Palmetto Tigers still show one timeout remaining here. The clock continues
on the board,
to wind.
it says 0. Clock's going to wind down and probably be in the half.
13, 12, 11, 10 seconds on the clock here. Good job down there in the TigerVision production trailer. Right on point. And with that, you know, we'll take a little break here. We're going to have the Richardson Stinton Roofing halftime report.
Stay tuned for halftime and the presentation of our homecoming court.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Martin, sales consultant here at Conley Buick GMC. Born and raised here in Bradenton, Florida, right here at Manatee Memorial. Right now we have a 1500 GMC Denali. It's a 5.3 V8 gas engine. Here you do get the lifetime powertrain warranty. Also includes 10 years roadside assistance. One of the reasons why you buy here at Conley is because we treat you like family. It's third generation. As many of the people that work here, we are all born and raised here. We take pride in helping the people around us, not only if you're local, but also if you're out of state and everything of that nature. We sell nationwide. One of the biggest things here is we like to take care of everybody. You won't find a better sales staff. You'll never have to settle for anything less than exceptional service. Again, I'm Bobby at Conley Buick GMC. Stop by and see us today.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't know how to write this next commercial.
Well, what do you want to say?
I don't want people thinking we're not big enough or get enough money for our clients, but I don't know how to say that without sounding cheesy.
I think I have an idea. How about this one?
I'm not that guy.
How about this one?
That's cute, but that's definitely not me.
Well, just tell everyone you have 4 offices on the Suncoast. So you're big enough to handle any case, but local enough to care.
That's not bad, but what about the money?
Well, how else did you afford to put 4 kids in braces?
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Conley Country, where we have a huge selection of GMC canyons. Who's that?
Hello, my child.
Well, hello there, Mother Earth. Why have you stopped by to join us today?
Well, as a theoretical being that can literally pick up a canyon, I wanted to advise the people how they can be just like me, but they must stop at Conley Buick GMC, for all the other dealers will send them up the river.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Yes, indeed. It's also very kind not to litter your huge styrofoam gas station soft drink cup out the window onto the freeway. But back to the canyon at hand. You can get colors like volcanic red, summit white, and my personal favorite, solar flare. Available now at Conley Buick GMC, where they treat you like family. I highly recommend them.
Well, we're very happy to have your endorsement.
Well, tonight's ladies' night at Club Equator, so I must be going.
All right, goodbye now.
Goodbye, my child. Don't forget to hit the light switch on the way out of the house.
Well, there you have it, folks. Mother Earth.
Stop by Conley Buick GMC today to purchase a brand new 2024 Canyon. Tell them Mother Earth sent you.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
Jada Rapetta, SGA. Will Weaver, SGA, Palmetto High Tennis, also attending the University of Florida.
At this time, we are now getting ready to crown our winners this evening. Crowning our winners, we have senior class. We have senior class President Natalie Hopkins, Samantha Tucker, and Tony Pacheco. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Dan, can I get a drum roll, please? This year's homecoming prince belongs to Mr. Clayton Williams.
Clayton Williams is the homecoming prince.
Another drum roll for the band for the princess. This year's homecoming 2024 princess belongs to Miss Garcy Branch.
The homecoming princess is Miss Garcy Branch.
Another drum roll, band. This year's homecoming 2024 homecoming king is Mr. Adrian Pacheco.
The homecoming king this year for Palmetto High School is Mr. Adrian Pacheco.
And now, your 2024 queen to be. Band, can I get another drum roll, please? This year's homecoming queen belongs to Miss Jada Rapetta.
The homecoming queen is Miss Jana Rapetto.
Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to my fellow classmates. The class of 2004 is in the house. Make some noise. Thank you, Lakewood Ranch, for letting us use the field tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the game.
So a great job there. It was introducing the homecoming court here at Palmetto High School 2024. And we tried to give you a little bonus coverage there on TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. I'll tell you, the microphone was blaring a little bit. The sound system was a little bit sketchy there for me, but we did the best we could to try to give us a little bonus coverage. Let's talk about the game here.
Let's do it.
Coach V, big district game. Palmetto trailed in this game early. Now, with a 14-10 lead, with 3 minutes here until the game starts again, there's nothing more that you'd want to do is get that opening kick, come up with a solid kick return, and march down the field and put 7 on the board.
Definitely changes the pressure when they get the ball. That'll be an interesting start there based on what our offense does. Coach Sanders has been really good after timeouts and scripting plays. I'm sure he'll have a good plan in place, and hopefully we come down and execute and extend the lead here in a critical matchup in the second half.
Yeah, and here, during this Richardson-Stinton roofing halftime report, what you want to see is that defense come out and put a roof over this place and lock up that offense there for the the team. Larry Griffith in the press box here, that little segue there, and just about choked on that one. But, sometimes we have to have a little fill time.
Yeah, shout out to the sponsors, obviously, and everything that they're doing. And, nice bit of cheese there, but I agree. Let's see if we can cover them defensively and continue to get the push, right? It's been good all game outside of the maybe including the screen pass where we were a little bit too aggressive.
Now let's take a look from our from our statistician in our Atlanta studio. Stephen Johnson has been frantically working on his stats there. He's got his number 2 pencils out, and I'm sure a bag of Funyuns and a Mountain Dew sitting there, and get some halftime stats coming up. Here they are. The first quarter stats were here, and they're flashing. Let's keep them up if we can. And halftime stats here. So you see Lennard with 16 rushing attempts, 39 yards, 10 passing attempts for 90 yards, only 129 yards of offense. And Palmetto Tigers, 15 rushing attempts for 74, passing attempts 9 for 80, total yards 154. So you've got balance here with the offense for the Palmetto Tigers, but the numbers are looking a little lean tonight.
Yeah, and defensively, the passing yards, we gave up, 70 on one play, so doing a great job and keeping everything in front from a defensive standpoint. And the rushing per yards, when we talked about it before the game, both backs were averaging 7 and 10 yards a carry, and we've limited the explosive plays out of the run game and just had the one explosive play in the pass game.
Yeah, that's a great observation, Abel, and as we have only 20 seconds till we start this, anytime you get into a homecoming game, you have the long halftime here, but one of the things that we do have here at TigerVision, you're going to see the scores here rolling on the ticker, so you can keep things going, local scores. You're seeing some information there provided. You've got Tulane versus North Texas tomorrow.
What's crazy about the support system and the production crew of TigerVision is this is literally, what you would see in an SEC or an ESPN broadcast, and there's a certain formula. This ticker's not like you plug it on ESPN and it plugs up to your ticker. There's a certain very complicated formula that only Chad Burton down there in the truck can figure out, and it's amazing what these Palmetto guys continue to, instead of going and being on one of these broadcasts, all over the state or in the SEC or on national television, they continue to put all of their almost means into the TigerVision broadcast. So shout out to Jordan Varnador and Chad Burton and all those guys that do everything behind the scenes. You talk about Rich Robick, who comes down here pretty much every weekend from his
Palm Coast.
Yeah, from his home, and in between watching his son play college football, and to put this on means something to them because they've been there and they know what creating a platform can do for these kids, and they're a believer in it, and they've been kind of relentless through the hills and valleys of this thing. And you guys have been on the air now for 12 years or something?
No,
I don't know.
14
years.
14th year this year.
All right, so and it's amazing what we can accomplish. So something as small as maybe the bottom line, you wouldn't believe what goes behind that. So
yeah. And some of the the abilities that you have. First of all, with Chad, you got to be able to write computer code and do that, and then both those young guys are out. They're not young anymore either.
No, they're not.
I believe TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC, has aged them as well as us over the years. But what are the qualifications to come do it back there in the back? Well, first of all, you need to type over 150 words a minute, and you need to be able to deal with chaos.
Yeah.
You never know when someone's going to unplug you, where you're running on generators, or you're going to be blocked. It's just a nightmare from week to week, and then we still continue to come here because it's a lot of fun to do. And when you watch, let's just say the Western guys, playing for Colorado,
right.
You've got LeJohntay making the big Hail Mary catch at the end of the game. You've got his brother Jalen, the linebacker, who was a great rebounder for you. And why do we continue to do this? That's the why and why we do this, because it's about the student athletes, for them to be able to get these great highlights after the game. Put them on X, put them on Twitter, do whatever you do, but put them on X, put them on Instagram, put them on Facebook, do what you do. It's free. Come get it. And we certainly enjoy putting it on.
Yeah, sport in general is about creating a platform and trying to, like I said before, ultimately put kids or whoever's involved in a position to win the long game. I want to point out one guy who was featured as ABC's high school player of the week locally was Ladarian Williams, who's a phenomenal offensive lineman. And, you know, the whole article was not only has he been phenomenal on the field, but everything that he does in the community with the kids. He's gone to Palmetto Elementary and read books to the kids, and it's great to not only see these kids that we're trying to create a platform, also kind of install that in the community. And, you know, I couldn't be more proud to represent Palmetto because some of those stories that are coming out, like big Ladarian Williams, who was featured this week and is a great kid and a good football player.
And the stories behind the stories. I had a guy come out and help me during hurricane relief at the office. Aiden Williams, a student here at Palmetto High School, a sports enthusiast. And we're doing things like, you know, cutting down broken fences and putting sandbags down. Well, now it's like, okay, this guy is a volunteer, has that kind of spirit. He's spotting tonight for Troy Bellamy, who's doing public address here tonight. The community is fantastic and the support, but the reason that we do this is for the student athletes out there. And, you know, we're doing this for many years now, but tonight we're going to focus on football here in a little bit, and it's really important. This is really it for 6A District 11. This game has huge bearings on what will happen in Palmetto proceeding on into the regionals.
So critical. We are ahead by a good margin in the standings because of our strength and schedule and some of the choices that the coach made in scheduling and winning some of those games against tougher opponents. We got to finish it out. Nothing's guaranteed. You're in a good position, really win or maybe lose this game, but you don't want to, like I talked about in the pregame, you got an opportunity here to control what you can control, and you got everything in front of you in the second half. Being the commentator tonight, it's a little bit difficult to not be so biased, but I am fully rooting on Palmetto to get a victory here, and let's go get one here in the second half.
One thing about our audience, we have an audience of all ages, and the kicker out there tonight, you know, he's like an old school kicker. Looks like, you know, the physique of a lineman or Tom Dempsey, you know, as you old schoolers are looking in. You know, he really has shown that he's got the ability to drive that football. Very unique. He kind of favors Sebastian Janikowski of FSU with his stature, but he's got a lot of leg talent.
Wasn't it Jim Plunkett who used to kick as well?
The whistle has blown. Play has been blown live.
We got a Plunkett now reference, Tom.
I say, wasn't that Jim Plunkett that used to kick back in the day?
Think so. Yeah, him.
Big guy like that?
Yeah. Sebastian obviously was really good.
So with that, the Palmetto Tigers, Kyle Toma very frustrated over there. It looks like we lined up with 12 out there, and to avoid a illegal participation penalty, had to grab a timeout before the clock starts here.
Brian, while we're talking about all the talent on the field and the kick in and all that.
At that position, looks like we had 10 on the field.
Go ahead, Tom.
I was just gonna take the time to mention, you know, Saturdays, watching football on Saturdays. I know we all love college football, and LeJonte Wester and Jalen Wester and John Wester up there in Colorado doing such a great job, and LeJonte making a case to be playing on Sunday possibly. He's had a great year, great couple of years, and man, what a great representation of Palmetto that Wester family's been.
100%. Shout out to the Westers. So hate to take a timeout there, but we will kick it off in the second half. It'll be a short kick. BB.
Got to field that. He does. Steps it out. You got a dangerous play with Palmetto upbacks because those are not your typical big fellas back there. Good return there by number 35, and that is
don't have it on the
roster. So one of the JV players comes up. Troy, Arctic Air sideline report. We're going to put you to work. Number 35 for the Palmetto Tigers. Get your head in there, talk to somebody, and let's find out who made the return there.
I'm Tom, but I'll do that.
I did say Tom. You know,
I thought you said Troy.
I know. Well, I'm custom. I was thinking of talent and somebody getting the job done, so I immediately went to Troy there, Tom. Sorry about that. 11:55 on the clock. Big possession here for the Tigers. Jackson Roth hands the ball off. Bryson driving. Good hole, good run. Leans forward, gain of 8. So
Bridson.
Marquez Bridson.
Man, he's tough. Getting downhill, took a couple with him.
Number 35 is Dustin Charles.
Dustin Charles, great job, Tom Porter.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate it.
Back to you. 11:33. Now the Tigers with a very manageable 2nd and 2. Spotting down just a little shy there. Knee was on the ground.
Pistol look. Watch that tight end ace.
Bridson in the backfield. There you go. Power football driving forward. First down. So they're just lining it up old school, going to the left side of the formation. Ace Luther, the tight end, with a good block along with the offensive line.
Perfect start. Getting downhill with the running game. Taking a little clock. Managing this game in a good spot right now.
Now you're turning the game over in the running game to Stephen Aristel. You got David Hayes, Ladarian Williams, Michael Lambert, Mikael Sanders, and Ace Luther out there along the line of scrimmage. We do not give those guys enough credit.
Nope. Good call.
Hands off to Bridson, or it's Trez Yarn on there. No gain on the play. Gain of about a yard. Tackled late back in the backfield. Good play on there. Involved in the play there was McCode Williams, the sophomore.
Yeah, establishing the run game early here. Successful start now, but a little bit behind the chains. 2nd and 8. Mixing up the backs. Trez with a carry. It's where every time Trez has touched the ball, he's been swarmed, but
kind of interesting, guys. The interior linemen, they're not getting into a three-point stance. They're kind of in like that pass protection stance, even on the run plays. Just interesting.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there. Kind of getting into the sprinter stance, coming across the line of scrimmage. This time Trezard gashes them. Drives forward, big gain, 11 yards, and that is a first down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 44-yard line.
Continuing to get downhill with the run game here. Again, managing the clock. Got a lead. Great start.
We had a lot of filler at halftime. It's good to be back to football here, Coach V.
I'm sure the audience appreciates it. So 1st and 10 on the 44 now. See if we continue to establish the run game or we maybe sneak Ace out on a play action pass. Pistol look for the Tigers. Going to hand it off to Bridson. Who else? Dragging defenders and is almost going to have the first down. If he doesn't, it'll be 2nd and 1 for Palmetto.
So really good possession here for the Palmetto Tigers opening up. Brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the Palmetto offense, managing the game, getting downhill, like I said, with the run game, rotating the backs, trying to keep them fresh. Both backs have done a great job. Trez Yarn is back in the game. Another pistol look. 2 wide receivers to the right and 1 tight end.
See if they run the ball left here to the formation. They do, and then Trez Yarn bouncing things around.
Got it.
And he's going to be just short of the first down. He's going to be spotted about a yard short.
Bring 3rd and 1. I think now you're in 2 down, trying to get 1 yard. Let's see if we run the ball downhill or do what some of these other teams are doing and go laterally with it. And
this situation,
see how that works out.
This situation, you'd like to see the big back in there, but and there he is. Bryson's in there. Trez Yarn goes over to a flanker position out there. Actually, that's Carter out there in the slot.
See the tight end on a delay even, but 3rd and 1. Let's see if we just run it up the middle and get a first down here. Check the coach who's making the calls. Good communication by the coaches and players all game.
I like it. I like the communication that goes along between the coach and the sideline. Pre-snap, Bryson, big run. He's got the first down, driving forward, still going. It drives it down all the way to the 24-yard line.
Bryson continues to have a phenomenal game on both sides of the ball. He's been physical, running and tackling. Good job again by the coach staff of mixing him up and attempting to keep him fresh, although he's played a lot of snaps in this game so far.
Now Palmetto driving near the red zone. Ball's on the 25-yard line. Trez Yarn in the backfield now.
Palmetto in a shotgun look. 2 tight ends to the left now. 2 wide receivers to the right. Gonna again hand it off to Trez, who's got running room to the 15 and gonna be tackled in the red zone at the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 with the ability to get the first down deep in Longhorn territory.
All right, so the Palmetto Tigers now in the North River Prevention Partners red zone, knocking on the door here. 7:17 on the clock.
Outstanding drive. You're now almost 5 minutes into the drive to start trying to manage the game here. Let's try to get in here, obviously, for 6 and go up 2 scores.
Jackson Ross will take this one out of the pistol, and he's got Big Brightson out there riding sidecar to the left. Hands the ball off to Brightson. He bounces it to the right. Amazing to get any yardage on the play. Tackled by a host of Longhorns.
Outstanding effort. Second effort on a short run. There's a late flag here that came in from the back judge. Let's see what we got. Tom?
Didn't really see what it was. I saw a Palmetto player get thrown on the ground. I don't know if it's that, if it's defensive holding. Not really sure. He pointed at Palmetto, so it very well could be against us.
Potentially number 62 on the edge there. Didn't grab much of the jersey, but they're going to get, okay, personal foul. Unnecessarily
so it is
going to
be
the Longhorns. All right.
Yeah, personal foul against the Longhorns. 6:44 on the clock.
Maybe he's just feeling bad for that bad call in the first half.
I like it.
Personal foul.
I'm trying to be neutral up here, man.
You don't.
Now, it brings up an interesting situation here. It's a 5-yard line. It's a 2nd and 3. So you can pick up a first down here.
Didn't get an automatic first down on the personal foul. You don't in high school? Anyway.
So there's the handoff. Driving forward, still grinding. Going to be very close. It's going to be on the spot. Looks like he got it.
I think he got the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal. They're giving him the 3rd down, though. On the field. Let's see what they call. That's the first down. Yeah, first down, 1st and goal.
So looking at the replay here, you see Brightson just puts his head down, drives, and carries number 25 along for the ride there. And that's Ty Thompson with the tackle. Brightson leans hard, runs into the end zone for 6.
Brightson, man, he's been phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, Marquez Brightson right now dialing up as the player of the game here.
No doubt. Not to take credit away from anybody, man, but he's been super. Both sides of the ball, physical runner, getting downhill, taking guys with him. He's got the will to win right now, and so does our team. And we got a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Good blocks there by number 75, David Hayes, and along with Ace Luther out there on the left side of the formation. Liam Harold takes this one. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Palmetto Tigers now lead this one 21-10.
Guys, you can't ask for much more than that. Almost a 7-minute or 6-minute drive. Downhill running, managed the game, finished it off with physicality. Up 2 scores, 11 points now. Obviously a fantastic start to the second half for Palmetto.
Hey, Brian, I want to put old Steve Johnson to the test real quick.
Please do.
If we could get him working on the numbers, I would be very interested in the yak yards for old Brightson. Yards after contact. Every time he is hit, near the line of scrimmage, he ends up 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Several more than that on some plays. I'd be very interested to see if we can go back and get an idea of how many yards after contact he's getting. He's probably got 20, 30 yards after contact, I'm betting at least.
Yeah, I just got that in from Johnson there. There's been plays down the field, and he said it's roughly 4.7132 yards after contact. So he's really doing a great job.
Steve, he's amazing, isn't he? And that was quick, too.
That guy is incredible in our Atlanta studio. 5:55 on the clock here.
Yeah, I'm going to be quiet and leave the math up to you guys, so that's good. Good stat. Interesting lineup here with a kick.
Yeah, this is a very, very good call there. It's a very high. That is extremely high, and it's out of bounds. So that'll be the ball
35
marked at the 35 here in high school.
Tough one to keep kicking to the up back, trying to see if they can get some. I understand the strategy. Just kicked it out of bounds. So you net, you're going to lose about 8 yards here, but could be valuable. We'll see.
Yeah, the
every
ball
time you
is
see that
spotted at the 35.
Sorry,
you know,
guys.
Abel and I taking a lot of Coach V. We taking a lot of games on Saturday. It gets a little confusing, and watch some football on Sundays. But good starting position now for the Longhorns.
Yeah, our Saturday watching's been a little difficult. I know you know all about that, Tom, so we can bask in our Saturday sadness and enjoy this.
You guys are still watching?
Yeah, we still have 90,000 people to watch those.
We're
games.
hanging on, Tom. We're hanging
listen,
on.
I've seen pictures and videos of you guys watching, quote unquote, watching. Okay.
Yeah. Hands folded.
Yeah.
You know, those kickoffs, every time I see those high pooch kicks, you know, obviously the coaching staff is trying to keep the ball out of somebody's hands. I know, Brian, you'll remember, man, this was probably 10 years ago on TigerVision. We were playing at a school, I want to say it was like East Lake or something like that, and there was a kid ended up going to Florida State, and they just did not want to kick to him, and we were doing pretty good in the game, and we made that one mistake, and, man, he ran that thing back like 92 yards.
That's right. I remember that well, Tom. Thank you for the Arctic Air sideline report.
Of course, in the backfield here, Bryson continuing to make plays on both sides of the ball. Tackle for loss, add that to his resume for this game. Brings up second and a long 15 for Lennard. Quarterback will drop back to passes. Another screen pass to see if we got it covered here.
No, it's a big one. He's gone down the sideline. He's at the 40, tackled at the 34-yard line. Another big one.
So going back to Steve's stats at halftime, I think they had 90 passing yards and 70 yards on one play. At 70 to 90% now of their passing yards are coming from 2 screen plays. Good explosive back Dorian Burns. So something to look at as we move forward in the game is just the little checkdowns and the screen passes to the backs.
Another good big reception for Dorian Burns. It's a way to pad that QBR for a quarterback. You throw it about a foot and it goes for big yardage. Hills on the coverage, catch is made, a gain of about 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Zion and Paul there made the tackle, playing a little bit of that soft zone and keeping everything in front of him, which is a good idea, especially after the screen pass. Lennard be the head of the chains now, kind of not yet, but getting to desperation time offensively and have responded well after the Tigers' touchdown.
Really good block there by number 55, and that's Mitchell Richardson with a very good block to keep the quarterback clean there. A little bit of a dirty pocket, but quarterback looks very nice in this game, Mobley. Now he throws it. Oh, it's dropped. Wide open receiver past beyond the yardage marker.
Yeah.
84, Keon Brown. He's a good one. He'll probably drop one out of about 100, but that was a big drop.
We've kind of stayed back in that zone or softer coverage, whatever it is out there, and kept everything in front of us in the game and made some good tackling. No explosive plays out of one-on-one situation. They had another look there where they had a completion, but just dropped it.
Zaire Green with a big cushion over here to the boundary. Very talented receiver out there. A little more of a tighter coverage to the slot receiver. He looks left, throws left right off the get-go. First down, he splits him, and he's going to be tackled by Hills, but a first down on the play.
So good tackle in space. Again, they're trying to keep everything ahead of him, and they did create another one-on-one situation, kind of giving that up.
And
good tackle.
Zorian Roberson with a tackle there. And then coming over late is Bryson. Now in the red zone are this very talented team. Makes you wonder how that they've lost some games, and here Dorian Burns in the backfield.
Yep. Look at Burns.
Mobley looks, throws it wide, got a man, it's tipped, and it's going to be caught. What a catch!
Caught, fumbled in the end zone, but they're going to say he's already in there. Great catch and play. See if we get a number and a name for him. Number 12, London Green, who was their main target. He's been their main target all year long. And the playmakers in this game are making plays on both sides of the ball. Obviously, you've seen it with Bryson offensively and defensively for the Tigers. Their main guys, London Green and Gavin Fields, have had phenomenal days and have been advertised in this game. And what a response by the Lennard offense to cut it back down to one score here in the third quarter, and it's game on.
Now, Palmetto Tigers are hanging on to a 21-16 lead, but the extra point pending.
Got a
high snap. Oh, my
side.
goodness. And
what they call?
Probably offsides on the Palmetto Tigers, but that was a very high snap, and that had been very hard to get that one down and up. So a big break there for Lennard.
It's a little early in the game, but interesting call now, half the distance on the 1.5 yard line. You can cut it to a 3-point game.
And Henry Myers, the punter listed as a quarterback, what a fine play on the hold on that one to climb the ladder.
They're going to go ahead and kick it again. Let's get another high snap.
Tigers trying to distract him. Trying to get a block here. Coming off the edge, kick is up, and it is good.
Good push. Good kick.
So with 3:34 on the clock, the score is 21-14 Palmetto Tigers, but these Longhorns are hanging tough.
Hanging tough. Got a couple players making plays. Kind of taking advantage of our defensive coverage, but I'm sure we're in it for a reason. And it's like I said, it's game one, 3:34 to go in the third. Everything on the line. This is why you play and coach the game.
Hey, guys, I'm down.
And that catch that London Green made, now Tom on the Arctic Care sideline.
Hey, Scott Whitaker. Scott, you guys have been here on the sideline. What do you think about the Tigers' performance so far?
It's really good. It's fun. Game, exciting. Look at the score. 21-16. They just got to hang on. Come on, Tigers, let's go.
So, interesting back and forth, And, the Tigers have been resilient. They've stayed in the game. We've got some talent on the other side of the field, but it's been a very good back and forth game. A good second half. You got anything you saw that maybe we can tell the coaches?
I don't want to do it. Good. The team's playing really well. It's a good team they're matched up against. I think they just need to stay the game. They're running the ball well. Keep running it. Sneak that pass in every once in a while. I think they'll be victorious.
All right, I'm going to go tell the coaches right now, y'all.
Short kick. He's got a block, and he's on the 50. Going Carter down to the 29-yard line. So the pooch kick did not work out for the Longhorns this time. There's those upbacks, but Carter was able to come up from his deep position, field that one. Set up very well.
You've been talking about the upbacks and maybe a lot more dangerous than any regular upback. Carter with a great plays. He's also made some plays tonight. Puts us right back in position to make this a 2-score game. What a great response by special teams.
Yeah, one thing about Palmetto High School over the years, now there's a block in the back call, and you can see that Coach Sanders is furious on the sideline.
Tom, did you see the flag during the play?
I didn't, but you're right. Coach Sanders is very upset. He was giving it to the refs about whatever the call was. Was it block in the back?
That's what yeah. Interesting to see the final call. They'll give it to us here. Obviously, he's going to negate a huge play by Carter. They're going to spot the ball still with good field position for the Tigers, almost in the opponent's territory on the 48-yard line. They're not going to give us a call here.
The coaches just overheard them talking about during that return. One of the players was running and turned his back towards the Tiger player right before the block, to try to set that up, and apparently it worked.
Yeah, that's one of those calls that I hate to see. When the player turns his back as the blocker comes to him. But this time, Trez Yarn rolls forward. He drives in a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards, 3 yards on the play.
Continue to chop with our running game. pick up good yardage. It's a good start. Get ahead of the chains. 2nd and long 6. Now I got one more than that.
Yeah, so they give him a long 3 or 4 yards on the play, brings up a 2nd and 6. Palmetto Tigers really need to capitalize here. Clock is winding. It's nearing the 3-minute mark here at 3:02.
Clock starting to wind down in this game, and as the game tightens, leaning on your playmakers, and we got ours in. See if they give it to him. Bryson, they do.
Man, big surge. Watch him lower the boom here at the end of the play. 1st down. Great job by the receivers out there, Coach V. No holding on that. When you get a running back popping it that wide, you often get a holding call out there. Great job. You can see there Simeon Matt with a good, and Roberson, and you had a great block by Pritchford out there.
Great job, especially like guys like Pittsford is obviously dynamic with the ball, but without it right now doing his job, and continue to hand it to the workhorse and get positive yardage here.
Yeah, so right now the Roth looks over the field, balls at the 36-yard line. And there is 2 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. And this time the back jumps out. He's going to be Trezjarn tackled by a host of defenders.
So no forward momentum there. Running the ball, we've had a lot of success in the second half. Let's see if we continue to go with the running game and manage the clock in the situation. So 2nd now and 10. You may or may not be entering 4th down territory here, just trying to get up 2 scores again. Minute 45 on the clock. Taking our time now patiently. See what we've got.
All right, the Palmetto Tigers. Bryson now is in the backfield. Kind of a big package out there. Only one receiver on both sides of the formation. Checking with coach, changing things up on the sideline. Clock winding. It's 1 minute and 22 seconds.
At least 7 in the box.
Bryson leans, drives forward. Nice gain on the play of about 3. Brings up a 3rd and 7 for these Tigers.
3rd and 7, decision time here as a coach. Are you trying to get the ball closer and set up a short yardage 4th down? Are you trying to get it here now? If you don't plan on going for it on 4th, this is a critical play now, BV, in this game.
Big play for the Tigers here on homecoming. So Roth looks it over. Looking down the far boundary.
Got to be a flag,
A lot
right?
of hand fighting down there. No call, so that's going to bring up a 4th
Easy,
down
coach.
for the Tigers.
TP, do we have any contact down there defensively?
We definitely had contact. He pushed the receiver out of bounds right in front of the referees. Unbelievable. That was not a call. He literally rode him out of bounds. Unbelievable.
Face guarding or not or whatever. I agree with you. I thought he rode him out of bounds and didn't give Pitchford an opportunity to make a play on the ball. So it definitely impacted the play. But 4th down and 7 now. We're going to go for it. Huge play.
Might try to draw him offside here, the Palmetto Tigers. Roth. He takes the snap. Looks to his right. Got a wide open receiver. Makes the catch. First down and more. And that's Simeon Matt. He breaks the tackle. Driving down to the 12-yard line. Big play.
What a throw and catch on 4th and long. Try to extend the lead here late in the 3rd quarter. Again, guys that like Simeon have been a little bit quiet tonight, making big plays and big moments. And there was none bigger than that so far this year.
You know, guys, my daughters play volleyball, and there's a saying that when there's a bad call that happens, the next play the ball knows the truth. So I don't know if that's basketball and football too, but I think the ball knew the truth.
Y'all don't say ball don't lie.
Yeah,
Tom?
basketball is ball don't lie.
Maybe
Tom.
that's the parish
That's
pronunciation of that.
the ghetto version, I think.
Yeah, no, ball don't lie is where it's at. Now the Tigers driving. Oh, breaking a tackle, knifing, and he takes several of the players with him, and tackle was made by Jaden Jones.
Him not going to the ground there is a symbol of who he's been the whole game. It took 4 guys to stop his forward progress. Man, he's been a workhorse. and we've got an exciting finish here in the fourth quarter in a big district game.
Man, what a game here at the close of the third quarter. Exciting football.
You know, Brian, we're running the ball so well, and they're bringing more and more pressure.
TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tow your boat safely from the stream. Got the Hummer, it's an EV. GMC on my FEET. And you know we keep 100 of the fleet V. Hit goals and I love it when they beat. Hottest dealer in the region of the Southeast. Conley GMC was recently just crowned king. Stop by today and get a Cadia for you and get Denali for your cousin. Kenya for your granny and Sierra for your husband. Make a great impression when you roll up to the function. The boat behind the truck and you can tow it like it's nothing.
All right, big series for the Palmetto Tigers here. 2nd and 8 here. An opportunity to get a first down. High snap. Running his Trezorn. Oh, nice closing tackle. He leans forward for a gain of about 3, and that was Brightson on the play.
Yep, good job by the QB to secure the snap. A little bit of a high snap coming out. Brightson continues to drive. Very secure with the ball there. Got a little.
Yeah, Zion Thompson from the backside was in great position to form a fumble, but the big back able to hang on to that one.
3rd down and 5. You can't get a first down.
So now Brightson in the backfield along with Roth. Looks things over. He fakes the handoff. Now he flips it out wide open receiver, and it's going to be Ace Luther, and he's down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Palmetto Tigers.
Beautiful. They kind of been setting it up. Like Tom's been saying, some of the offensive linemen staying in pass protection and kept it there after a fake to Brightson and threw it to our big tight end, Ace, and it's 1st and goal for the Tigers in a critical situation where we need to go up 2 scores here.
Palmetto Tigers knocking on the door in the North River Prevention Partners red zone. 10 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock, and eternity remains here in this game.
You got to give it to him here, right, Brightson?
Got to feed the monster. Brightson runs in for the score. Beautiful jump cut there, Coach V.
Huge, man, and he's earned the right to have the ball in his hands in that situation, and a great call on 3rd down and long. Put ourselves in the short and goal situation and gave it to the workhorse, Bryson. And we're up 2 scores with a little bit of what we would feel like in the stands is a comfortable lead, but I'm sure if you're a coach down there, you don't feel that way.
Yeah, very important extra point here. And Liam Harold is going to kick this one. Needs a good snap. Chase Schockbacher, great snap. Ball's down, spot is good, kick is good. Dylan McClain with a hold. And the Palmetto Tigers now extending that lead.
Could be a big point in theory, too. I mean, if they go for 2 and cut it down to a field goal lead, but now pretty much on the table. Got to score 2 touchdowns here to catch up with the or take the lead against the Tigers. Great situation here. 10:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Everything ahead of you. Looking forward to this finish, BB.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Palmetto Tigers come out with this kickoff, with a variety of types of kicks. Like the Palmetto Tigers with their upbacks being very good at fielding the balls, we've seen that here tonight out of this team. The Longhorns have shown, and you look at that big cornerback back there for them, back there They actually have a number 4 on the field as I'm looking at him back there, not on the well, actually it's Devin Barnett. And that is a nice-looking skill player back there, not the deepest in the return game, but, man, do they look good.
The up backs have creeped up a little bit. Let's see if they kick right back at 34. Kind of been the plan the whole time. Or if he kind of kicks one as far as he can here.
Very high pooch kick toward the sideline, and it comes down in bounds. And so the play that you want to make there in the college level is you put your foot out of bounds and field the kick, and then the kick's out of bounds. You get the ball on the 35, but they'll get a good start anyway at the 25-yard line. Really effective kick. That was a very fortunate bounce off the turf.
Thought it was going out of bounds there, and it did. So they'll take the ball deep in their territory to start, which is perfect. We need one stop here. We start managing the clock in this game, but an explosive drive last time by Lennard. Let's see how we do defensively here.
Jacob Mobley, 3 receivers out here wide. He looks them over. One single receiver, very dangerous receiver out there to the right side of the formation. This time he looks left, throws right. Big cushion over there. Oh, very high, but not a horse collar tackle. Gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, Zaire
that had
Green.
to be, again, London Green out there.
12. Yep, London Green and another nice tackle one-on-one there by Zaire Green. We're asking a lot out of our defensive backs to make plays, and as far as the tackling game goes, and they've done so. Good help by Zion Roberson to make it second and manageable defensively.
And Mobley really did a great job of selling the look over to the left and then throwing the ball late to the right. This time he looks down the seam, got a man out there, big hit, but number 5, Kashawn Pistano, with a big catch, first down.
Great catch to secure the ball. Trez got in there and tried to knock it away and did so with a lot of physicality, but great catch by number 5. I'll let you pronunciate that, Pistano.
Palmetto Tigers creeping up. Oh, showed a little void there, and then the quarterback changing the play. Good play, heads-up play by Jacob Mobley.
If anything, little clock ticking off now, 9:44 to go.
Palmetto Tigers with that 4 linebacker look. Now 2 of them dropping coverage. Good pressure on the quarterback. Great throw. Receiver catches it at the 10-yard line, steps out of bounds. He's going to be spotted at the 7.
There's London Green again, both sides of the balls. We got certain players, making plays, man. Phenomenal throw, the outside shoulder there. Great catch, two-handed catch. Good coverage, better offense.
So, you look at this team. You got a great quarterback, you got great receivers, you got good running backs.
Yep.
And it's just a really hard-fought battle here tonight. This time he hands it off, knifing in his Paul Moore off the edge, and eventually tackled by Bryson, who obviously is lining up trying to maintain his player of the game status in this one.
He's been everywhere tonight, and they do a couple of things now. It stops the momentum after the long play, burning a little clock here, and if you can make him kick a field goal, puts them in a situation when they get the ball back having to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So as far as the difficulty of what we're trying to face defensively, this is a big play in the game.
Jacob Mobley, this is a big one in the red zone. The Longhorns, look, he throws a slant and good coverage on the play. Stepping in there to break that up was Trez Yarn.
Good coverage by Trez. Tried the sidearm action that all these kids love from Patty Mahomes and almost angled the ball in there on a slant. Really a catchable ball, but dropped one. So it brings up 3rd and 8 here. See if we can hold.
Tigers need to have a big stop here.
Sanders,
the Longhorns drive.
Timeout us.
So it's going to be a timeout for the Palmetto Tigers here in the 4th quarter.
So, Coach understands the importance of this play, obviously, with the scoring situation. You're in a situation where you've really managed the clock well offensively. If you can get a stop and maybe hold them to a field goal, can start to ice this game with a long drive of our own, but big play with all the playmakers they've got, it's going to be difficult. In my opinion, you got to make them throw something over the top.
Yeah,
in the back of the end zone, anything ahead. I mean,
you know, you've seen London Green, number 12, make so many plays out there, and they tend to be lining him up as a single receiver on the formation, and then they'll run twins or trips over to the other side of the formation, and they like to kind of look to the trips or the twin set and throw the ball out there to that single receiver. And we've seen tonight London Green as good as advertised. See if the coaches take a break here, come out, maybe a little press coverage on Green, a little tighter at the snap.
We haven't seen Fields in a while, or at least on this drive, so you're looking at number 2 Dorian Burns and maybe doubling number 12 London Green. Easy to say here from the stands, right? But see if we can cover it.
Back to live at third.
Here we are, 3rd and goal, and you can see the seriousness of the situation here for the Longhorns. Mobley looks, throws it out there, got a receiver wide open for the catch, and he's in for 6, and that is London Green. Really kind of we talked about the press coverage over there, and it was a little soft cushion on that corner.
Yeah, and, kind of left him one-on-one against a really good wide receiver, but they've got options offensively, so it's easy for us to say you can take something away, and just a nice route and a great throw one time. He hadn't been perfect tonight, but he's been very timely, the quarterback, and a timely touchdown there to cut this to potentially a 4-point lead here.
And draw things closer with the score 28-23.
Big kicker not on my roster. It's going to kick this one. Good hold, and the kick is up and good. So this one is tightened up. It's 28-24.
Let's go down to Tom. Tom, what's the vibe right now as the game tightens?
Well, I think a little wind came out of the sails there with that touchdown. I mean, this Lennard team, when they have to have a play, they find a way to make a really nice play. The defense had a lot of pressure on the quarterback that play, and also the big one earlier in the drive. Yep. A lot of pressure. Quarterbacks under poise, had a lot of poise under pressure, and just delivered that ball. They say it on in the NFL all the time. Just put the ball where it had to be. And I mean, just a couple of beautiful routes, beautiful catches, beautiful passes, and there's not much you can do about it. I mean, they're just pretty precise right now. Early on, they struggled, but they're starting to put it together. So this defense, is a little winded, a little upset about that. But hopefully, we get a big return here again, and all you can do is score back, and we'll be right back where we were. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you for that Arctic Air sideline report from Tom Porter. And pick your poison on this one. It looks like he's lining up for a short kick, but he's got an extremely strong leg, and it's a squib kick. And it's going to be fielded there by Cam Standelsel. Joe Hills, actually, and he takes the ball to the 43-yard line. So Joe Hills Jr., started out playing receiver early. He's now playing outside linebacker back there. A big game nights ago with a couple big interceptions, and it's just great to have all those athletes out there on kick return.
Interesting strategy, too. You kick it out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and yet they give it up a lot of field position at the 43. Time and score, you can get a field goal here and go up by a touchdown. Obviously, we'd like to respond how we have all second half and a long drive here and punch it in and get up 2 scores here. So, drive of the season so far for the Tigers, BB.
Good setup there, Coach V. Now Roth takes it. They're going to try to grind out some clock here. It's Trezjarn driving forward. Man, they are trying to tackle that football, but a gain of 3 on the play.
Way to scrap and get a couple yards here. Going to set up interesting management here as the down and distance shortens. Putting in Bryson back in the game. Let's see if they try to force a fumble here. Good luck with him.
Great work on the play by Stashon Gage, the sophomore, number 34. We saw him make a catch as an up-back earlier, now playing some linebacker out there. Palmetto Tigers with a 2nd and 7. 2 receivers out here to the right. They're kind of a big formation. It's tipping a run. This time driving forward and popping it, and he's very close to the first down. Looks like he has the first down from the spot that I see on the field.
The side judge there is going to give him a little short. I think they're kind of unequally lined up. Now they're getting lined up. I'm going to call it 3rd and short here.
Wow, that was a
the
very
near side looked like he had it.
Interesting spot on the sideline there. It looked like he had enough for the first down, but at this point, you want to feed the monster right here. You got Big Bryson in the backfield.
My opinion, time going down. You got 2 downs to get 1 yard here with Bryson.
They're creeping up. Bryson runs hard. He's got the first down.
Come on.
That's the way to do it.
That's a first down.
So,
first down.
Huge. They're going to stop the clock here while they move the chains, and things will get started here. And it's going to be, the Longhorns have to really start thinking about managing some timeouts down the stretch here.
This has been well managed the whole second half with the lead behind our 2 workhorses, especially right now, Bryson. Clock continues to move here late in the game. First down in plus territory.
Looks like a running formation. Twins receiver out here to the right. Hand the ball off there. Trezjarn bounces off tackle. Makes a nice move or two. Still going. Drives. First down. Van Trezjarn.
Bryson still going.
Bryson still going. Bryson is so deceiving because he looks like the smaller back with his shiftiness. He hides behind the lineman there. Carter with a great block. And then he drives, leans forward, and finally tackled and played by number 18, Thomas Shine.
This is legendary stuff, man. It's awesome. And it's great to see him compete.
Guys, this kid just got suplexed on the sideline.
and had the yards after contact early from Johnson. He's going to have to adjust the numbers because he picked up about 9.5 after contact.
And Tom noticed Coach Stat pretty upset there. He kind of was thrown down to the ground out of bounds. But
yeah, it was like a belly-to-back suplex, and the ref was standing right there staring at it and did nothing.
Roth and the Tigers want to grind some clock here. They hand the ball off, and this time it's Yarn, and he's leaning forward all the way to the 30-yard, just shy of the 30-yard line. So that clock will wind.
See if they burn one here, or they're going to call it timely water break, or is that a mandated?
There's the old water break that'll stop the clock.
Is it mandated? So water break, 5:29, up 4, getting downhill with a running game. Setting up perfectly right now for a long drive. We can finish it off with a score.
These time control games, you get close down at the end, you start worrying about timeouts and all that, and then you think back to using that first timeout right as we came out of the half, and hopefully
really
that doesn't
some great
come back
shots
on us.
here by the camera crew at TigerVision. Coach Sanders talking things over with the sideline.
Appreciate it, Tom. Yeah, of note is that timeout that we used to not negate the yardage, but hopefully it doesn't come into play, and we can finish it off with a touchdown here, continuing to run the ball. These backs are getting all the credit, guys, but the offensive line is pushing relentlessly tonight and hopefully finishes off this game. Again, it goes back to the culture of the team and their ability to grind tonight. It's been impressive.
Man, what a game, huh? The water break, at this time, high school football tonight, we have a very pleasant evening and really works in the favor of the Longhorns tonight. Palmetto Tigers, big possession here. 2nd and 5.
They're coming.
They bring the house. See if the back can split them. Doesn't matter. Body lean. Trezjarn running hard.
Trezjarn and the Palmetto offensive line, man, continues to push. It does set up 3rd and about 3 here. I think you're in 2-down territory probably you got 2 downs to get 3 yards.
Yeah, to get in the field goal range, you want to get it about to the 20-yard line to set up maybe a 37-yard field goal, but really that you want to get a first down here and keep that clock winding, critical at this point in the game. Big formation. Now, this is interesting when you have a receiver like Nazir Pritchford out there to the left. He gets a block out there.
Go.
And there's Bryson running hard and goes for the first down.
What an effort by Bryson and the Palmetto offensive line. been running it straight forward, didn't see anything with a crowded box, bounced it outside. Phenomenal play and a first down. You're now probably in field goal range at the worst. 4:25 to go on the clock. Clock's winding down. See if we can punch it in and end this offensively.
Thomas Shine really made a good play to keep that one going for 6. Out there on the edge, you got a big back, with a good stiff arm out there. He was able to contain. So good play by the defensive player over there for the Horns. Now this time, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hands it to Trez Yarn. Right at the line, met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, but nonetheless the clock continues to roll here. 2nd and 9. You want to get some positive yardage. Best case scenario, obviously, is go punch it in and score a touchdown. But the clock does wind, and the pressure is going to be on Lennard's offense here coming out after this drive.
Really interesting position here for the Tigers. The ball inside the 20. If you don't make it, you want to put points on the board, but you're talking about a live ball, block kick, return, so you really just want to get 7.
Yeah.
Oh, nice cut by Trez Yarn. Breaks a tackle all the way down to the 6-yard line. First down, first and goal for the Tigers.
1st and goal, continuing to get downhill. The clock continues to burn here, or it should. Great play and explosive cut by Trez Yarn. Puts us in position to get up 2 scores and almost put this one away offensively, even though will still be some time.
You saw a great block there by number 75, David Hayes, coming out there, pulling guard, came around and cleared the way, and then the rest was all Trez Yarn. Ball was marked at the 7.
Keep Trez in there right now, pistol.
Pistol death, Trez awaits, sets it up. Bounces to the right, trying to get the edge. He is in down to the inch. He's got to be just inches away from the goal line.
Yep, heck of an effort there by the Lennard corner. All right, that's going to end up being number 2. Dorian Burns has been all over the field. Way to get outside by Trez. I think you put the hammer in and finish it. You?
Good block out there. Yeah, you might consider him Marquez Bryson, but a really great play by number 2, as you said there, Dorian Burns, with a touchdown and potentially season-saving tackle there for the Horns.
You're going to stick with Trez out of shotgun. Fine by me. Punch it in, Trez.
So they look, hands it off to Trez Yarn, and he's in for 6. No,
touchdown.
There's the late signal on the play, but he's in for 6.
It's going to get interesting down there, TP, with that call, but they eventually called a touchdown. Ball didn't come out at any point, did it, Tom?
No, not at all. And he was over.
Yeah. Oh, what a great shot from the drone shot here on TigerVision. You see the ball well over the end zone line. Great shot.
Good push down there, Tom.
Yeah, they had a great push. He got over the line. Just a little indecisiveness on the ref's part to call it when he should have. And then, obviously they drove him back a little bit at the end, but he definitely had a great push getting over. The line, we've been talking about the running backs, but them a couple times, but the line is just really, running backs are not getting in the backfield at all at that line. So
100% credit to the line as the field goal is good and it brings the score to 35-24 with just a minute 48. Beautiful drive, taking time off the clock and getting up 2 scores there in a critical possession. Yeah, be proud of the Tigers, and let's go finish it off and put ourselves in position to win a district championship as that goes final soon.
Great call there, Coach V, as Ken Burton Jr., not available for service tonight, would say just what the doctor ordered.
100%, and sure everybody's looking forward to having Mr. Burton back. I know I am, but I've enjoyed the 2 weeks, and it's been great to see the turnaround. They handled a lot of adversity, and I'm sure a lot of talk in the community this week, and it's a great way to quiet the noise right now and move to 7-1, and again put yourself in position to go win a championship in year 1 of the staff. So let's go defense and finish this off.
So now a very important kick. The last time Liam was very fortunate. He kicked that over and it somehow checked up. It looked like one of Larry Griffith's wedge shots as the ball backed up on the field there. You know, it was an amazing shot that I'll never do on the golf. But this time he kicks that squib kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 34-yard line and driving forward and driven out of bounds. Going to stop the clock, and that was number 8 on the play, and that's Jamari Clark.
Clock's running a little bit, advantage us there, but let's talk strategy, BB, on this defensively. We've kept everything in front of us the whole game. We want plays that are not first downs in play. So a 3-yard catch in the middle of the field is great. We want the clock to continue to burn. Anything that's not a first down right now works.
They tell you that the prevent defense only prevents you from winning, but I expect a little bit softer coverage, a little more zone. You can see the cushions are a little bit tighter there for the Palmetto defense. Single high safety back there this time. Yeah, just playing a basic zone defense, but they bring 4. Quarterback steps around the pressure, throws the ball across field, nearly caught. Would have been a very difficult catch. Stops the clock here, so a minute 37 on the clock.
Good play by the quarterback to extend the play and put his receiver in a position to catch the ball. Just didn't catch the ball, so we'll take the break and 2nd and 10.
You know, looking forward, this team, Jacob Mobley is only a junior, and tonight he has been super solid and managed the game. He's just been great now.
Yeah, like we
a
talked
little
about.
shift. They're going to go with a 4-receiver formation. 3 trips out on the right side of the field. 1 single receiver out here to the left. Big cushions out there by the Palmetto defense. Oh, good pressure off the edge. He throws it. It's a catch.
Get him down.
And then he's going to
Go.
ball's out, and it's picked up by the Palmetto Tigers. He's at the 40. Down to the 32-yard line.
They didn't roll it
Then
dead. Our
Trez
ball.
Yarn. You're going to see that he was not down. You'll see it on the TigerVision replay. The officials did not blow the play dead,
Right,
so
our
you're going
ball.
to see the play here to close this one down. Great catch first, and that's Richard Sykes, and then he was stripped
Look at
there.
Trez.
Trez Yarn picks it up. What a play.
Yeah, Trez. Let's go.
So-
Huge play to end the game defensively. Gets the tackle and the strip and the recovery and the return. Great play by a great kid, man, in a clutch moment and a great night. What looks like going to end up for the Tigers.
Yeah, the great thing that you'll see here with the quarterback for Palmetto, Jackson Roth, you're going to see the victory formation. There's the TigerVision look into the stress box crew. Very excited about the outcome of this one. But I think you're going to see Jackson Roth start to, there's some time left. But at some point, you just want to run the ball, and eventually Jackson's going to take this thing and, take that victory formation. But really, you got to keep the clock running, plays wide to the boundary, or the quarterback keeps it running to the boundary. Nothing crazy here for the Tigers. They run it wide and sprites it. Perfect. And he's at the 20. And he goes out of bounds, stops the clock, and the ball is going to be marked inside the 10. Bryson is down on the track, and that's a tragedy. Very late there on the sideline. Let's watch that on the TigerVision replay.
Tom, it was late, wasn't it?
It's hard to tell whether he tripped or if he was slammed down over there. I couldn't really tell from this angle.
Yeah, I got you. It looked like he was pushed. I wouldn't say anything but an effort play by the kid, but a little bit late, pushed him out on the track here, and doesn't look like anything. Hopefully it's a cramp at the end of the day, because man, what
a game by Bryson, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have Player of the Game awards. We'll either call that the Arctic Air Player of the Game. Marquez Bryson tonight with an assist from Trez Yarn. And a solid game played by the entire Palmetto Tiger units. Eric Sanders is going to see some things that were left on the table tonight, but the effort level here tonight has been tremendous. Watch this bounce cut by the big back.
Good block.
Good block out there.
Pitchford's done a great job blocking. Again, he's an explosive player and could have easily been down and out about not getting the ball that much. He's made some key blocks for Pitchford and Trez on the outside, which speaks a lot to their culture. and his character. So shout out to him and all the receivers blocking for these guys all night long. It's not the most fun thing in the world, but they've done a great job. Here is Bryson coming off.
He's going to say, y'all aren't going to help me.
Yeah,
I'm going to man my way out of this thing. I don't need any help. I'm going to hop over here to the sideline and take in a victory here.
Much respect to that kid, man. So still 3 timeouts if they have any type of saving grace, but you get the ball 1st and goal here. You're not really in a kneeling situation. They go punch it in here and make a statement tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to put, exceed past 40 points on this game. That's not the goal of the Tigers. They just want to escape with a win.
Right.
Trez Yarn now in the backfield. They hand it to him. He's bouncing it. Now he cuts it inside, driving. Great play by the defense. You know what? They're still playing hard. You had several involved in play, including number 57 there, Terrell Dixon, and others. They haven't quit in this game. They continue to play hard. Clock is winding. Inside of a minute now. 55 seconds on the clock.
They didn't use their timeout there?
I don't think they're going to use the timeouts here.
The timeout, right?
So they did take the timeout. Yep, so they did.
They did, but the clock we'll take it. It's about 15 seconds off the clock here, so leaves them with 2 timeouts. Again, we're in goal to goal. I don't think you're.
Yeah, and you can see that the Longhorns are kind of weary as they go along to the sideline over there, but they've played lights out tonight. And, a lot of. I think the Massey ratings, Ken Burton had sent me a text on this, and according to Massey, this was going to be a huge scoring disparity in the game, and that's not what showed up tonight in between the lines here at Lakewood Ranch.
They had some players that are organized, they're clutch from a quarterback standpoint. Good football team. It's a great win when we eventually hold on. Again, you're not in a situation where you're going to kneel it there and give them a chance. Even in a 2-score game at that point, let's go punch it in and leave no doubt in this game.
Roth hands the ball off. Nice cut by Yarn. And he is in for 6. Great play.
What a play. What a night by the backs. He's going to get a penalty maybe. Tom, is he calling a penalty on us for that? Nonetheless, what a run by Trez Yard. Both these backsmen have been phenomenal. Great jump cut, gets to the outside, uses a little speed and a stiff arm. Yeah, Trez.
Yeah, it looks
3,
like
2, 1 touchdown. Go ahead, Tom.
It looks like a personal foul against us.
Okay, for laying down.
So the Palmetto Tigers with a nice lead now. It is 41-24. Liam Harrell will try to push this to 42. Chase Shoppacher, the outfielder, now is going to snap this one back to Dylan McLean. Liam patiently waiting.
17-point games, not anything you can do right now as far as taking the penalty or something to make it a less than a 3-score. So what a great night for both groups, offense, defense, both lines, our running backs, playmakers, Trez, Bryson.
Now, according to Massey, Ken Burton's text, Palmetto would score 41 points tonight. Palmetto looking to, blow past that. However, the Massey ratings had this as a 41-11 game. So, the Longhorns showed up to play some football tonight. Now the kick is up, and it is perfect. So the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 42-24.
Awesome. They had spurts where things got hard in the game and managed the situations almost perfectly. Long drives, running the ball, great push by our lines. Finished it off here, punching it in with a touchdown. I know that feels good. I know it's a huge relief to this program and all our kids with what they've been through with the hurricane and then playing Manatee and kind of a different storm on the field there and a great response and rally. And this is 7-1 heading towards, or what maybe already is, a district championship. Outstanding by all of the kids and coaches, and congrats to everybody involved, including the parents who have raised these kids to be phenomenal kids with spirit, and it's shown tonight. I've enjoyed it, man.
It's been a great game for the community tonight after a few very, very tough weeks. And Palmetto Tigers are going to seal a victory here. Only 44 seconds on the clock.
It's not a big Palmetto victory in any sport without Troy playing some 80s music to close us out. So shout out to Troy Bellamy.
Troy Bellamy on the public address.
We won the district championship in basketball, and celebration was on. I'll never forget it. So when that music starts, Tootsie Roller celebrate it. It's on for the Tigers.
You know it's on for the Palmetto Tigers. I think he does that just to keep me happy, Abel. That's a little bit more in my genre, 80s hip-hop, something I thoroughly enjoy. And now Liam Harrell, they're going to back him up.
Yeah, for the celebration. Yeah.
Celebration.
Great night for Palmetto, and too, as you kind of scan the crowd and what is an impromptu homecoming, there's Troy, the PA went make some noise from different generations, and you guys said guys sitting in front of us from the 60s, and Dad, you're what, a 1932 graduate,
yeah.
That type of stuff.
No, 1931 was the hottest day on record, but I wasn't here for that in Florida. Oh, their ball is live. Now it's fielded, and it's a flip back to the back, and really good play. Evan Stanzel is hit late after play. Referees did a good job. No call there.
It's extremely important, too. They've had two of those that we stay disciplined and don't retaliate on some of these. You don't want to get ejected for a further game.
Can you imagine with 30-some-odd seconds left in the game and you retaliate to something like that?
You get suspended for the next game. Or something.
Yeah, so good discipline showed there tonight by the Tigers.
Great night, 39 seconds left. Take the ball, Palmetto 45. Let's not give them the sweetness of another score here. Let's end it. Have the celebration for a night, and obviously turn it around on Monday and prepare to go finish out this season in the right way. So,
Longhorns trying to, extend this a little bit more. They're probably going to pass every down at this point. Palmetto Tigers have got everybody along the line of scrimmage. They're bringing them, and they flip it. A really good play call. Flip it out there to the back. He should have tried to get out of bounds there. Clock continues to wind.
Let's see if they burn a timeout or if they concede here. 25 seconds and rolling. I don't think they'll burn their timeout, which they got 2 left. This will probably be the last play of the game here.
So Shaquan Haywood, number 22, with the last catch there. I don't know if he's in any relation to Ironhead Haywood, but it really showed some niftiness, but need to take that one out of bounds. This time, good pressure. He throws the ball late, out of bounds. Looked like he did escape the pocket, so there's going to be no intentional grounding call on that one.
Yep, so there'll be 1 play time left, 4 seconds to go. Play sound, finish it off, nothing after the play. We moved to 1-0 in homecoming games at Palmetto homecoming games at Lakewood Ranch. Right? Or is there?
I would say Palmetto Tigers are 1-0 playing a home game at Lakewood Ranch. I would say that would be correct.
Abel, you are your father's son.
Oh, big hit. Involved in the play are the Tigers. Palmetto Tigers come out of this one with a hard-fought game and finally extended that lead on up to 42-24. We're going to have some interviews with Coach Sanders here and Tom Porter on the sideline. Tom.
That last quarter was a little chippy, so I'm a little interested to see how these coaches get their teams under control before we come down here for the handshake. But, like I was saying, Abel is definitely your son, Brian. I mean, that is exactly something you would say.
Hey, I'll take that. Tom, I'll take it.
How awesome is it, for Coach Sanders to come in and have a season where, you've got kids transferring out to other schools. Manatee definitely benefited from that. Whole new coaching staff, first year in, brings some of his guys from another school, from Braden River over. And, season starts out a little rough. We end up putting some wins together, stringing them together, and then end up with a district championship. I mean, it's pretty impressive for our first year, and had a little turmoil around here last year, and everything's going good. Hey, that was some great dancing, big man. 71 was breaking down the Tootsie Roll a minute ago. You guys should have seen that.
Oh, that's pretty good when you're 6'6" and 330 pounds.
At least.
Junior Steven Aristo breaking down some old school. So the players are now taking it off the field.
Uh-oh. Got something going on.
The field, y'all. Let's get out
Leave
of
it
here.
on the field, Tigers. Let's take this sweet victory and remember, sportsmanship is the key to culture and success.
Everybody get home safe. We've played a great game, both teams.
Yeah, and again, BB, to Tom's point, year one, you're trying to set a narrative, and you couldn't do anything more for that stance as come in here and win fast and set a culture. And, the kids have shown fight and losses and in wins and have been resilient, and they've put their best, in my opinion, football game on the field tonight. Great response. It's a great night to be a Tiger.
What I thought here tonight, Coach V, is really Marcus Bridson and a couple of two-way players, and Van Trez Yarn really set the tone here for the Tigers here tonight. And I just am so impressed with the culture here and the things that have happened very early. With all the players that didn't continue to stay with the Tigers, the ones that have stayed are going to stay in here, and they're in great shape to win a district championship and go on in the regionals.
Officially your district team. What a game. O-line, Marquez, Trez. Incredible effort. Incredible effort. Trez and Quez going both ways. Guys, all that matters is the win. That's all that matters for your teammates. It's bigger than any individual here. Bigger than anyone. And we're putting a big billboard in the locker room. Big billboard. Hey, I said no team deserves this more than you guys. You guys have been through so much over 6 months. No team deserves this more than you. Autry, I want to hear it loud. Autry, Joe, I want to hear it loud. Can you make a wall of coach?
Hey guys, here with Coach Sanders. Coach, we were just talking about it. Coming into a new school, whole new coaching staff you have to assemble. A little tumultuous. Had some kids leave before the season started. Talk about the journey, overcoming all that. Coming in as the head coach here for the first time, and how you were able to turn this team into district champs so quick.
Well, it wasn't easy, I must say. But credit to our players for just sticking with it through anything thrown at them. I mean, from a new coach to new coaches coaching them to 2 hurricanes to our stadium getting ruined and we got to come on to a different stadium and still have a homecoming. I mean, credit to them to staying resilient, overcoming any odds thrown their way. And a big shout out to the O-line and the 2 backs tonight. They were grown men out here.
Yeah, the first half was a little back and forth. We started out scored, but Lennard had some great athletes. I mean, they were very shifty, very fast. We're able to score right back, kind of going back and forth the first half. Talk about your decision in the second half just to pound the rock and how the offensive line just came through and your 2 running backs just playing both ways and how they were able to still stay dominant.
Well, we knew they were a streaky, kind of like a high-risk, high-reward team, so it wasn't shocking that they could put some big plays together. In the second half, I just wanted to control the tempo and control the clock. And once we started rolling with our big guys and our 2 backs, just didn't stop. So it was working. We just kept executing. Sim had a huge 4th down conversion. We needed 1 or 2 of those to go our way, and it did. And then we just punched it in every single time in the second half. Credit to the big boys.
A lot of celebration going on, district champs. It's a great thing. How do you get the kids focused back in for the next couple of games to finish the season?
Well, I hope they enjoy this tonight. But, yeah, there's a lot of football left and a lot more bigger games left. So we've clinched a playoff spot now. So we still obviously want to play for seeding and keep a rhythm and keep momentum going. So, they'll be fine. I hope they celebrate this one tonight.
I got to tell you, Palmetto Tigers have screamed at you over the years about that tight end slipping out on 3rd down, and you hit them over here for a touchdown, and I had to just kind of giggle a little bit. I kind of like that play now. I don't know what's different, but I hated it before, but now I kind of like that.
Had to wait for the right time. Ace was ready for it. He's been calling for it. So, I mean, Ace is going to be he is a phenomenal player, and his ceiling's to the roof. So, yes, that was called at the right time, and we executed it. So,
outstanding. Thanks, Coach. Great game. Great game. Great season. Hey, guys, this is a weird setting. Like you said, the hurricanes, all the uncertainty that we've been dealing with, doing not only homecoming, a football game, but also homecoming on a visitors field, Lakewood Ranch. Very gracious tonight. Both administrations having to put this together, the security, everything that went into it. Very successful night. Troy Bellamy killing it up there in the booth, and of course the TigerVision guys just coming through. It was a great night. District championships. Feel like we've gotten right back into the era where we were at a couple years ago. Just, very competitive, very solid team. This wasn't fluky, especially that second half, just pounding the ball down their throat. There was no way they could stop us. And the resilience, great coaching. It was just a great night all around.
For the Arctic Air sideline report from Tom Porter. Abel, your closing thoughts, and I'm going to wrap this up.
Not much, BB. Great job, Tom, and our entire crew. I appreciate subbing in for Mr. Burton for 2 weeks. I've really enjoyed it. I'm proud of the kids. I'm proud of our community as always. It's a great night, as it always is, but this is special. It's a great night to be a Tiger.
Well, let's look at those final stats there for us. Will you read them out for me, Coach V?
Yep, so 18 rushing attempts by Lennard, just 40 rushing yards, so credit to our defensive line, only almost 2 yards per rush, 20 pass attempts, 228 yards, had explosive plays off the screen plays, which really ran that up. Only 268 total yards with a good offense here. On the flip side, Palmetto had 407 total yards, 109 pass yards on just 13 attempts. Were incredible on the run, and an old school, run down their throat. 46 rush attempts for 292 yards. That's a pretty good formula to win a football game.
Yeah, anytime you see the big schools, when you got players, you push that 300-yard mark in the rushing game, it is going to be a win. Well, Coach V, thank you very much. Special thanks to Tom Porter, our statistician from our Atlanta studio, Steve Johnson. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Hey, Brian, I got one more thing, Brian. One more thing, Brian. I got one more thing. If you are the father that I think you are, you're going to let Abel close the show out with your famous line at the end.
We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll let Abel wrap it up. I'll just do the preliminary stuff here. Tonight's final score for Lakewood Ranch High School, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers 45. The Lennard Bulls 24. At this point, the Tigers are scheduled to play East Lake County and Lehigh Acres next week, November 1st. The Tigers missed a 6A District 11 game versus Lakewood Ranch. It should have been played in early October. We will be on the air next week, so stay tuned as we figure it all out. Kickoff is at 6:30 p.m. Keep in touch for any schedule updates or notifications by going to our YouTube landing page, TigerVision Palmetto. We again thank the #1 fans in the world for watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC.
All right, Tom, and I say this with a little drawl, all right? One town, one team, go Tigers.
Love it. So Southern.
Yeah, appreciate it.